And we're live. What's up, guys?
We're live.
Hello, people.
There he is.
And our special guest, Mr. Colin Murdy, Christopher Nelson's favorite.
Colin Murdy.
Colin Murdy. So we have a lot of fun going on tonight. Happy Father's Day to any fathers out there.
Yes, happy Father's Day to everybody.
Any of you deadbeat fathers out there, you can go fuck yourselves.
Happy Father's Day to everybody out there.
Yes, absolutely. Who's in the chat right there? Oh, Slasher Fred. Stefan is in there. That was Slasher Fred. Happy Father's Day. I already know my ranking, worst to best. Colin, now you don't have any kids, right, Colin?
No, got a stepson.
Stepson, and you have a pig. Well, there you go. You're a father. And you have a pig.
Yeah, I got a pig. Yeah.
You got pets. That counts. I think it does.
Yeah. Aphrodite. Big bundle of joy.
Oh, did I say Stefan again? I always, it's Stefan. My bad. Just hit me. Why aren't we doing the Freddy movies? Yeah, we'll get there.
We'll get there.
Did we ever rank the Nightmare on Elm Street films? I don't know if we ever did.
We might have on the previous podcast, right, Joe? I think maybe.
We might have. I don't remember. Yeah, I don't know. We'll get around to it. There's so many freaking franchises.
We're ranking the most important franchise, though, here, aren't we?
Exactamundo. Yeah, well, we're here because we all know what a great collector Colin is, and
by far.
So as our guest, how did you get into horror? How did what's your favorite? I mean, kind of a roundabout, and let's if we don't mind taking the tour of the room, if we can.
Well, we can, but there's a lot of stuff being moved around at the moment.
Mm-hmm.
So there's stuff in boxes and things. I can show you some things. I have stuff to hand here. I could show you. Yeah. The journey for me began probably around 1978. I was 4 years old, and I used to watch the Hammer Horror double bills, features. You guys call it in the States. Saturday evenings, Universal Horror, stuff like that. And I used to buy Hammer magazines that come out at the time. I just get my mother would buy me Hammer Horror film magazines, comic stuff like that. So the seed was planted probably about 1978, around about the age of 4, and this kind of grew from there. It's just been a lifelong passion.
Nice.
To this day I'm still collecting like crazy. Hasn't slowed down.
No, it never does. Every time you think it's going to slow down,
no. Nearly 50 years on this planet. And
now you said vinyl. I'd assume you were a VHS guy. Were you a Laserdisc guy? DVDs, right?
Yeah, VHS. Yes, I've got loads of stuff from the 80s that I went around at that time. Once they started to close down, late 80s, early 90s, I would go to all the ex-rental stores and ask them to sell their horror stuff. Over in this wall here, I've got a load of ex-rental pre-certs. A lot of the VHS nasties was a big thing in the UK.
Yeah.
1984. So I've got original Evil Dead and Zombie Flesh Eaters and all the classics from that era. The Burning pre-cert and Amityville 2, the Possession pre-cert, Halloween pre-cert, Halloween 2 pre-cert, Halloween 3 pre-cert. The list goes on with hundreds of VHS. Yeah, there's some of them I have on display, but some of them are still boxed up. I have to sort through them all and get a proper shelving situation sorted out for those things.
Did they
You got to be
go
running out
down
of room too, like us.
Now the space is becoming a huge problem.
Did that stuff go down in value, but now it's picking back up, or was it? Oh, did it get pretty valuable? A lot of it, like it did here.
Yeah, I mean, there's certain ones still sell for pretty penny. Yeah, I mean the original Halloween one I have there, I've seen that selling for like £1,500. You know, the slip cover one, the cardboard cover case, it goes for about £600. So you know, yeah, the Evil Dead original, it goes for about 500 as well. You know, so it sort of fluctuates, but at the moment, the last couple of years, it's definitely on the rise. Yeah.
Yeah. Wow.
All right, quick. Let's see who's in the chat. Oh, Miss Carter, new to the channel. Hey, what's going
hello,
on?
Polly. Hi, Polly.
Very cool.
Hello.
Oh, so this is somebody you know then, Colin?
Yeah, there's some people said they're going to jump on.
Oh, well, awesome.
Awesome. Nice.
Yeah.
Scottish No Colin is coming to us live from Belfast, Ireland.
Yes.
Which,
Yeah, indeed.
And the date, the time right there, it should be what, 12/18?
12/18, correct? Yeah.
Yeah. So it's a late one for him.
Oh, yeah. After a hard day's work.
There's Ronnie from All the Great Names You Take, and Colin's out. Sounds like Kentucky.
Sounds like what?
Kentucky, like you're from Kentucky. He's joking.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Did you ever see it? These guys are always in the Slaughtered Lamb. They're
with the Slaughtered Lamb guys. You watch their stuff. They've got some good stuff.
Oh,
They
yeah.
got a lot of good
yeah,
stuff.
Sure. Darren and Frank are great.
And who else is?
Shout
in
out to
here?
Darren and Frank.
Yes. Great guys. Looking forward to meeting them in person when we. And you're not going to H45 though, right, Colin? I think I asked you that already.
No, unfortunately, no. The flights from here is ridiculous. On top of that, I'm not vaccinated because I got underlying health issues. So.
Oh, right. That's what you said.
I can't enter the States even if I wanted to. So that was vetoed, unfortunately.
Oh, that sucks.
I was absolutely gutted. I really wanted to go to that, you know, and meet everyone, like Darren and Frank, you guys. Obviously, all the celebrities are going to be there. It'll be a lot of fun.
Oh yeah, Sean and Chris would love to probably meet
Oh
you.
God, yes. Get a big bear hug from Christopher Nelson.
Yeah,
he would. He wouldn't do that to me. He don't like me, but that's okay.
Yeah. Well, you
I've
know,
given him too many bad beers.
Yeah, you know that Brett. I don't know if Colin knew that Brett's the one that all those beers. That's him. He's the one that sends him all the bad beers.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, I knew that.
I think Colin and I talked about. I couldn't. Yeah,
Did you?
we messaged each other a couple times. I think. Yeah.
Speaking of beer, I'm pouring a
so
beer.
funny. It's just watching his face drinking those things.
Oh God.
His
Priceless.
face was priceless. Absolutely priceless.
When he did it at the Flashback Weekend show here, he just told me, "Just get away from me." Just.
So we actually do a beer review. Are you having a pint? Are you do you drink or you don't drink? Some people just don't drink. I don't even know.
I don't drink anymore, no, because last year I was diagnosed with pre-diabetes after I had COVID.
Oh wow!
So after watching sugar levels, so I don't drink anything with sugar now, really. You know, so it's just beer's out of the question for me now.
Oh yeah.
And plus, working in hospitality puts you off drink. It's the first thing that'll stop you drinking. You just see all the assholes. Yeah,
yeah. You see all the
so
drunk
many
assholes.
assholes out there. You know, so at the other time I'll have a beer, like, you know, as long as it's low sugar.
Right. Stefan loves your room. I said, oh, you got to see this stuff. If you don't follow him, go follow him on Instagram. He's got some great stuff, or even on Facebook.
Well,
Yeah, this is just one corner of my room.
Yeah.
It's Friday the 13th stuff here. There's VHS here, the original VHS, Friday the 13th. Different DVD box sets, things like that. Yeah.
You got your viewing area with your Halloween poster. I've seen when you see stuff on social media with you. That's awesome.
Yeah.
You got it set up good.
Oh yeah. That's over here. Yeah, it's just over to the left. Yeah.
Nice.
So what we usually do?
The Halloween corner over here, and Friday the 13th over here.
Oh, you got a section like Friday here.
Yeah, more or less. I got that over this side's all the vinyl. It's like a whole wall full of vinyl, and the wall over to the right is just all movies. Well, it's just all the horror movies. But they all on the original, all the other stuff, all the other genres, are all piled up in boxes, which I haven't made space for yet. It's just getting really, really difficult to find more space.
Yes, big time. It's so actually no. Colin does not. You don't have a YouTube channel, right, Colin? I know you're on YouTube.
No.
But you don't do anything.
I
now.
have thought about it this last couple of years, especially when COVID started, and then everybody seemed to jump on the bandwagon.
Mhm.
I'll maybe set it out for a while. I've got a few things bubbling away. Maybe I'll get back to it and I'll push something out eventually. Again, it's just a time thing, yeah.
Exactly. It does
it's
take a lot of time.
It's a lot of time, and if I do something, I want to do it 100%.
Yeah, you don't want to do it half-assed. It's
no.
That's where I've been battling it with Pat and I've been talking about. I want to do it, but it's just not the time in my life where I can even do it.
Yeah,
That's why I'm an old fart doing it, because I told Brett's got young kids. Joe's got one younger kid. He's got an older kid, but I couldn't do this at their ages because I'm dealing with kids shit every day, driving them here, going to this, going to that. Now my kids are older, and this is a good escape from the wife. Did I just say that out loud?
Well, Colin said it right, Pat, and that's why you're at that state right now. You would never do it half-assed. You go all the way through with it, which is awesome. So it's
it's like everything I've been involved in my life has always been the same. Yeah, like years ago, I used to be a music promoter. I used to put on gigs and things like that. Done that for 5 years. A lot of big bands from the States as well, like Clutch. I brought Clutch over.
Good band.
A lot of stoner metal bands I used to work with back in the day. I used to be in a band myself when I lived in Germany. I toured all over Europe with them. Played with, like I was saying to Pat last week, in one of his streams, that toured with Sick of It All the hardcore bands from that era. Sort of New York bands, Cro-Mags, people like that. It was a lot of fun.
What instrument did you play?
I was a singer.
You were the singer. Oh, wow.
Yeah, awesome. I was a singer, yeah. It was a lot of fun. It was one of the best times of my life living in Europe and Germany. It was really,
you speak German?
Good. Yeah, more or less. Yeah, street level,
Mm-hmm.
I was there almost 7 years, so yeah. I also lived in Serbia for a year as well, in Belgrade. Then I lived back to Germany for another year, and then I lived in London for 4 years. Then I moved back home here in 2014, back to Belfast. So yeah, I've lived all over the place, yeah. But it's been a fun ride. It's been a fun ride.
And hopefully you and I can, if you can sneak a pint next year, we'll have a pint.
Oh, yeah, sure.
We're going to be out there.
Make an exception, Pat. I'll make an exception.
Yeah.
Just for you.
Special occasions. Special occasions.
Yeah. Because my wife and I we're since, we're going to age 45 this year, and that's going to cost a big nut. Our 25th wedding anniversary is next November. So we're going to go back to Ireland. Probably, I don't know, we were saying 10 days, maybe 2 weeks. But, we're going to go to Belfast. We have to go, like I've mentioned to you, we have good friends in Donegal. So we'll probably go stay there a couple of days. But Belfast, Donegal, and then, I don't know, wherever the boss says we're going.
Yeah. Follow the leader, yeah.
Yeah, I think Ireland would be the first. That's probably one of the first areas I'd love to go to in Europe. So
I loved it. I loved it when we went.
Yeah, it's a cool place. I mean, when I lived away for a lot of years, when I come back, it was totally different. When I grew up here, it was just like a shit show because of the troubles and all that, the conflict. I grew up bombs going off and all that shit going on. But now it's like a different country now. Yeah, it's totally changed. There's a big film industry here now. As a matter of fact, there's a guy who lives 4 doors down from me, 4 houses down from me. He's a producer on Game of Thrones.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So, it's changed quite a lot. There's a huge industry for film here now. And the arts in general is definitely taken off compared to growing up, yeah.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun stuff when we went there. Actually, my cousins, 2 of my cousins grew up, they lived in Belfast. They came over in 77 or 78, and they told me the same stories of the bombs and shit. And that's why they got out of there.
Yeah.
It was just crazy. So the father and mother came over here, I think moved to Queens around 78, he said. Mm-hmm. And he could tell you stories about it. And it's funny, he's the drummer in my band. I play in a cover band. I've been playing guitar for years. Actually,
that's right.
We just played yesterday. It was a fun gig. I can tell you stories. We're playing at an outdoor festival about an hour from my house. And we were playing like super early in the morning, like between like 10 and 1 in the afternoon. Yeah. And we're starting to play, and like all these little ladies come around and start dancing. It was hysterical. I'm like, I really wish I could film it. It was great. I told my wife, she's like, "Oh, any cute girls?" I said, "No." I said, "But the senior citizens were definitely liking us."
I think Joe's getting chased by Leatherface.
Yeah. So for those that don't know, Joe is actually on location. He is at the gas station in Bastrop, Texas, where they filmed Texas Chainsaw Massacre. So that's why the Wi-Fi is not so great.
Did I just see the van in the background?
That's the van.
So my internet service is trash. The Wi-Fi is garbage, so I'm on my iPad now. So I figured, why not get out and try to get better signal? So here's the van.
So that's the van, right? Is that the original
Yes, sir.
van, or is it just?
I think it's a replica.
Okay.
It's a replica, but it's nice
That's
for
pretty
like
cool.
photo ops and everything. So that's what it looks
Pretty
like when you come out here. So then,
Thank you, Rob.
That's
Hey,
pretty
what's up? Rob Windsor, International Man of Mystery.
Good man.
Happy
Rob
Father's Day.
Windsor.
Thanks, buddy.
the
I don't know
masked
if you-
man.
The
Rob, do you
masked
have
man.
kids? I don't know if he's got kids.
What's this say? What do we got here? Oh, cool.
In memory of those who went before us. Oh, that's awesome.
That's cool. That's really cool.
Joe, is that thing? Is it welded
What's that?
down to the concrete? Is that stuck in the concrete? Can you throw that in the back of the car?
Oh yeah, yeah. They got some nice bolts in there. They got it bolted shut. So this is what it looks like when you drive up in the front. Just real quickly. So this is what
There it is.
This is what you see,
There it is.
Exactly the same.
and then literally in the middle of fucking nowhere. It's kind of intimidating.
And Joe is the only and his lovely Mary Beth are the only people in there tonight. So see if they get visited by Leatherface.
We I just saw some people checking in wearing all leather, so we're not alone anymore.
Wearing all leather? Maybe they're filming something like when Brett and I were at Monster Mania, and there was those girls that came out half naked. We're like, I guess they're making a movie in there.
Probably. But yeah, I figured I'd just come outside and give you a little tour.
That is awesome. Yeah, one of these days I got to get out there.
I'll give you a little tour.
That's so
But
cool.
It's about
Is it
100
warm?
degrees.
Is it
Best
warm
father
there?
of franchise, John Stroh.
Yeah, it's like 100 and something degrees.
Oh shit!
Yeah, I think we got it in the car. Oh, that's a big spider. Holy shit. Look at this spider. Oh, look at this spider. Look.
Where? Oh, on the window. Holy shit.
Dude. I was like, my face was like right now. I was looking in the window and it was right by my face. Holy crap.
Touch it.
It was like Michael Keaton when he turned him into a beetle. How you doing?
That's just terrifying. Holy shit.
We're like, what spider?
Holy crap. Yeah, so Joe might go in and out. I hate to start talking dirty at the beginning of the podcast. He might be going in and out.
Yeah.
Yeah. yeah.
So yeah, so y'all come. They even have like movie nights and stuff. So they put movies on that screen. You can put some chairs up and watch movies at night.
What is that platform? Is that like a stage?
Yeah. And play music and stuff.
Get up there, Joe.
Really? They have bands and stuff there that play?
Oh yeah.
That would be awesome.
There you
Look,
go,
check- let me
Pat.
give y'all this.
Yeah, better than the senior thing I was doing yesterday.
So them good old sing-along classics like Cannibal Corpse.
Typo
Hell yeah.
negative. Give me some
It's
Pete
nice.
Steele here. Come on.
See, it's nice. It's real nicely done. You got the
Yeah, that
screen.
definitely-
Get a table set up, get your camera, get back and just sit on the stage there. Just a podcast.
Actually, believe it or not,
Look,
Peter
my-
Steele used to live
My
near
fat
me.
ass is already sweating. Look at that.
Yeah, Peter Steele used to live up in Pennsylvania by me, northeast of Pennsylvania. And one of my wife's friends
fucking
worked at the
love-
county jail. And she calls my wife one day. She's like, "Hey, there's a celebrity in lockup right now. Tell Pat about him." She's like, "Who is it?" She's like, "Peter Steele." And of course, my wife has no clue. She's like, "Who?" And she tells me, she's like, "Yeah, somebody named Peter Steele." I said, "Get the hell out of here! Really? From Typo Negative?"
He
was locked
finally
up.
died, right? He
Yeah, he
finally
died.
died, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, because
he-
he was like, didn't like people thought he died like a couple different times or something like
Few
that. I
times.
always,
They thought it was fake even the last time, but no, he was out of control. He was in the lockup for like drunk and disorderly again.
Andy Kaufman of that type of music.
Yeah,
Now, he died quite young. Was it 48, 49?
yeah, real young,
He
really
was
young. He was
pretty
just a
young.
mess. It's a shame too. I love that. I
Long
love-
black hair, man. I was like, whoa.
Black Number One, that famous song,
Yeah.
which is actually about her day, believe it or not.
Yes. Yes.
It was, yeah. Yeah, I had to have been with him, right?
Oh, Boingo plays there. Yeah, right. Dead Man's Party. So
we always
yeah, Brett.
no, we always had Guar play on Halloween in Chicago before their lead guy passed. That was like a big show in Chicago. Like every Halloween, it seemed they were always playing. I always wanted to see them. I was kind of bummed I never got to see them.
Yeah, it's a band I never got to see either. Always missed them.
Yeah, me too. Always missed them. I'd love to have seen Guar. And I've mentioned it before. Anybody out there that's even interested or not even interested in Guar, go watch that Guar documentary. It was awesome.
Yes, Beavis and Butthead's favorite band, I believe.
I'll have to watch it. Still haven't seen it.
You haven't seen it? It was real good, especially if you like Guar. It was real well done. It was a lot of fun.
I think it's on Prime over here. Let me check it out.
What was it? It was on Shudder.
Prime or it's on Shudder, one of the two.
Yeah, it's definitely on Shudder. That's where I watched it. I'm assuming it's still on. I'm not sure. I have to look.
Shudder.
Yeah, exactly. No one lives forever. Every day I wake up above dirt, it's a good day.
Yep.
So, what you got? So, actually, what we do is we usually do a quick beer review because we always see what each of our counterparts are drinking. So, let's do a quick beer review, and we'll show some some of our new. Because Colin knows we're collectors, and Colin's a collector. Do you have anything new that you can show? Because I know you were posting some new stuff that came in. So, let's do a quick beer review, and then we'll see what everybody get added to their collections.
Well,
then we're going to go right into the rank.
It's sparkling spring strawberry flavored water.
Hey.
So.
Somebody's being responsible.
I'm not proper Irish because I don't drink.
Well,
you had your time, right?
A little intro, which is going to probably make everybody have to pee.
Then some, and then some. Yeah. Over the years, the stories I could tell. Fuck.
No. We're going to have Colin back on for those.
Yeah, that's a different podcast, but I want to hear that because I can tell some stories too. All right, so let's do a quick. Always makes me have to go take a leak. So this week I'm drinking the Devil's Chimney
with the Party City doll.
With the Party City doll. I'm like, shit, I should have pressed the button so the eyes lit up like an idiot. I completely forgot. This is the Devil's Chimney. It's a double hazy IPA. I got to get away from these IPAs because the more I drink them, the more my belly's getting bigger.
They're heavy. Yeah,
they are. But oh God, I love them. And it's from look, the Bald Birds Brewing Company again. I used
is that Frank Riker?
Frank Riker.
Frank Riker.
You thought the same thing, Al, right away.
You guys were right there. Up, there's Frank. And Joe fell out again because I think he's going to have a problem with his internet the whole time.
He's going.
And you're
drinking... yes, I was behaving. This is my 0 calories, 0 alcohol. I had 2 beers at the ball game today. So, Sierra Nevada, good stuff, man. They're a great brewery here, based out of California. Nice. Joe, you got to find these, my man. You're inspiring me.
Joe's rubbing off.
I got one.
Rubbing out.
What's it called? Hop Splash? Hop Splash?
Hop Splash, yeah. It's yeah.
Sounds like a one-legged porn movie.
Yeah.
Hop Splash.
There's nothing in this thing, man. Like Joe had the Lagunitas one, which is pretty much the same thing. Like there's no calories, no sugar. Tastes like an actual pale ale.
Yeah, I didn't behave myself yesterday while we were playing. We did have some alcohol yesterday, and I was behaving myself today. I waited till the podcast, so that's what we're doing. So
Joe, you there, Joe? Oh, Joe got his out there. Okay.
Uh-huh.
You showed your Heineken out, or did you? Right?
Yeah, he had his Heineken.
This one, the other one.
Uh-oh, he's looking for his stuff.
So I just finished the Heineken.
Yeah.
I had one more of those ones you're speaking of.
Uh-oh. Oh, what? The ones that you had?
Oh, here we go.
Uh-huh.
That's the one. Yeah.
So I'm finishing the Lagunitas Hoppy. It's a 0 calorie, this shit. It's delicious.
It's delicious.
I'm making a mess.
Stephen's saying hello to Dudette, to Mary Beth.
And Stephen's talking Pabst Blue Ribbon. That's where we're talking here. That's some Brett style there.
Good old PBR, baby.
I can't wait to get out by Colin again and get some good Guinness. And people always say that's the big thing. Oh, Guinness, it tastes the same. No, it doesn't.
It doesn't.
You know,
It doesn't. No, it's the same stuff. No, it doesn't.
You're right. I'm curious when the place opens up here in Chicago with the Guinness. We got the Guinness place opening up in Chicago, so I'd be curious to see like what you guys are thinking. Maybe I'm sure it's not going to be the same as it is over there, but
yeah, it's just unique to hear. Yeah, I mean, even that bar I worked in Germany for a while, it just wasn't the same. Yeah, the Germans loved it, but they'd never tasted a proper Guinness. Yeah.
Yeah, it's definitely better. I mean, I can tell you stories. My wife will tell you. We were running through the airport when we're leaving, and I'm like trying to find. I'm like, I just need one more pint. God damn it! And I'm looking around, and she's like, we don't have time to get to the plane. I'm like, I just want one more pint.
I told Pat, like, have German blood in me. I'd love to go to one of those brew fests there. I'm sure it's insane.
I was at one. Was it Oktoberfest? Yeah.
Oh man.
Well, when I was there,
it was in Munich.
Munich, yeah, it's like where the
Munich,
big one
yeah,
is,
the
right?
big ones. Oh
Yeah.
God, I'd love to go one of those big ones in Munich.
Yeah, it was a massive place, massive, crazy place.
I was there for the German Christmas market in Belfast.
Oh yeah.
That big one in the center of town there. I guess what is that?
It's
It's like the
usually
town
every
building.
year. Yeah, it's usually around the city hall. Yeah.
Yes. Yep.
Yeah.
That was nice. I enjoyed that. And I remember telling the story of coming back through JFK Airport, and I bought like a bunch of German sausages and all sorts of stuff that they had there, German meats. And also, and I'm like dragging my suitcase. It's like a dead body in it. And the guy's like, do you have anything to declare? And I think I had bought a hat. I'm like, this hat? He's like, nothing else? I'm like, no. He's like, okay, go ahead. And I'm dragging the suitcase like it was a dead body.
A bag full of pork.
Oh, it was just loaded with all sorts of pork products, and like it was just
We had one of those Hofbrau places here by the airport, and it closed. I was so bummed because you had the different. They called it the tower of pork. There was like a different level of pork in each plate. It's like they come to the table. I ate a ton of it. Oh,
Oh,
At the end, you get a free bypass when you leave, free heart bypass.
yeah, pretty much, right?
they would need one after that.
So let's quick show our new
Get some
additions
kraut.
to our collection. See what we got in our collections, and then we're gonna go right into ranking the movies. So I'm looking forward to this because I want to see. I didn't look at what I did last time, so I'm gonna curious to see if anything's changed. Obviously, don't think the first few are gonna change, but I'm just seeing where the other ones are gonna land. So I only got one. I've been trying to behave myself, bullshit, and try not to buy as much stuff because age 45, I'm saving my money for age 45. And the only thing I did pick up, which was kind of cool, actually, I posted on Instagram.
Yeah.
This it's an original French flyer that was given out at the 79 Film Festival when they premiered Halloween.
Is that from? Is it from Cannes?
It's what's the name on there? Hold on. It might be
Maybe Cannes Film Festival or something.
It was. It doesn't say, honestly. It says, is there one in Grand Prix?
That's probably
Festival di Arezzo, 79.
okay. That's cool.
Yeah, because I don't know if it was at Con. Be honest with you, that's a good question. I'd like to look that up. I don't know if it was at Con. So I saw that. I jumped all over that. I was like, oh, I got to get this.
Where was that from? From eBay?
Found it on eBay. Popped up, and they were actually selling this they had it as a package deal. This, and I think it was a German original Chainsaw Massacre press kit. So I asked them, I'm like, is there any way you can split this? I said, I don't collect chainsaw stuff. It's massacre stuff is as cool as it did. Look. Yeah. Like, yeah, sure. So they just sold this to me separately. So shout out to whoever that was. I don't remember your name, but it was fun to add to my collection.
Oh yeah.
And Brady sent some stuff. I believe. Where is
I sent just the one thing.
Oh, that was just the one thing, which is
all the other stuff is a collector's corner. Yes,
those Rocky people out there.
Yes, there was a handful of Rocky collectors that were going to pick up the bricks because they're renovating Mighty Mix Gym, and I found a guy that was making these little frames in matted. So yeah, it's like a 4x6. So could go in the Rocky room. Just nice little small one.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Oh,
he's a big Rocky guy. He's got a whole Rocky room.
Oh, really?
Like we have Kiss and horror rooms. He's got a whole Rocky room.
Yeah. Got a we got a Halloween area, and then there's a Rocky workout room.
And Joe's lovely did send me the stuff that he got. So let me add that right
Doesn't show it,
now.
but you know.
Ninja Turtles.
Now, Joe, is that from the new movie coming out?
No. This is from the old Mirage comics.
Okay.
Target is having it summer. It's like having it summer geek out or something like that. So this is an exclusive that was just recently released. Like, I'm not big into the Turtles. Because there's just too much of that shit. So, but I do love Mirage classic comics. So, like, when they're all wearing the red bandana,
The same color, yeah.
Shit. Yeah, the same color, the original. So you
dark,
got
they were dark.
these. Which,
Yeah,
that's big.
Yeah, man, it was a little expensive, but very hard to find. So I was like, I had to get it.
That's huge.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Very nice.
The good old bride.
That's NECA?
Yes, sir. The Ultimate Bride of Frankenstein. I'm excited for her because you got the colored version here. Then you're gonna get the black and white version coming out, and then you're gonna get a new Frankenstein, but he comes along with like a chair, like from the movie. It's gonna be fucking awesome.
Yeah, that'll be cool. Yeah.
I can't wait.
I've actually ordered the Invisible Man one. It should be coming.
Yes.
Should
You're
be
gonna
coming
love
this
it, brother.
Would you get it? Yeah.
Yeah, man. I do these Target runs. I'm very lucky because where I live, there's a shitload of Targets. So I go on these runs, man, and I go like all around town.
he did. How many targets you do in one day? Did you ever hear this, Colin? He's done. What did you do, Joe?
I've done 9. The record is 9.
Yeah.
That's hardcore. I thought I was bad. That's hardcore.
9 in one day. Holy.
Yeah.
Do they have a Guinness Book of World Records?
And then I wish. Hey, but this right here, I just went off of eBay for a good price. This is Chucky. I think it's a Scream Factory exclusive. Only whatever amount were made. So I didn't get one when it first came out. So the resellers are like tripling the price, and I found one on eBay for a decent price. So this little bastard is badass. I love that end scene in Child's Play.
Yep.
Or he gets burned to shit, and he comes back. He's trying to kill him. That's like the best for me.
I love the box. That's really cool.
I just got that.
I think you're right, Joe. I think that was part of their big pre-order for their big sets. Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah,
that's nice.
Amazing.
Kind of like they did with the Stevie Wayne. Yeah.
Very cool.
Can you help me, honey? So when we got here to the gas station, they always. So one of the reasons we like to come here too is they have a lot of collectibles too. Like, so every time I come here, I always score something, right? So I was actually looking for this for about a week, and then it was actually here. And check it out. The Phantom of the Opera.
Oh,
look at that.
That's amazing.
I literally bought it like maybe 10 minutes before we came on.
That's okay.
I thought you were going to say they built a Target on the property. That would have been hilarious.
Yeah. So,
nice.
I can't wait.
The detail's awesome on that.
Oh, that's amazing. I can't wait for the Creature from the Black Lagoon. Honest to God, that's my favorite.
Yeah,
so I can't wait for that.
It looks good, yeah.
And then last but certainly not least, they had these little bandanas here. Let me show y'all real quick. Y'all will appreciate this. Halloween 2 bandana. Check it out.
Oh, wow.
Oh, look at that.
That's cool.
That's nice.
Very nice. Very nice. Awesome.
So, yeah,
That's
anybody
awesome.
wants to come out here, man, y'all always find fun little stuff here at the gas station, man. So cool. That's it.
Seth wants to know, is there any collectible chainsaws there?
They do have a lot of Leatherface memorabilia. So we're talking Sideshow. We're talking about big motherfucking statues that you can buy here. Big ones. And he is carrying a badass chainsaw.
Doesn't Sean Clark have one, I think, from the second movie, I think, right? Didn't he talk about
second
that?
one? I know he's got, I know he's got the, is it second one?
he
It might be
does.
second
Yeah,
one.
it's the second one, yeah.
Yeah.
The second one.
Awesome. Oh, sorry, honey.
What you got, Colin? You got some new stuff?
Yeah, I picked up, you see that?
Oh,
It's a Hammer movie. It's
Nice.
released by
Monster from Hell.
Second Sight Movies. It's a British-based company. It comes as Blu-ray. Comes with like a booklet and art cards, and all cool extras and commentaries and stuff like that. Yeah. I also got
That is
this
badass.
Oh yeah, look at that.
Chainsaw Massacre truck.
There you go. Speaking of the Chainsaw Massacre.
There you go. This came like a week and a half ago. Can you see that? There's probably a bit of glare on it. Yeah.
Yeah, you know, I'll make the solo. Hold on, so it'll be a little bit bigger. There we go.
There
Yep.
we go. There we go.
Is that Joe? Do you have that one?
It's by Green Light.
I think Joe froze.
Yeah, Greenlight makes those. Yeah, they. I think they did the same die-cast cards like the Christine card, didn't they? I think.
Yeah, that's them. Yeah,
Ghostbusters. They've done a handful of them.
yeah, same place. Yeah. I actually have I got 3 different versions of Christine. Like the small cars. Got like the normal one, the blacked out windows one, and the burnt one.
The burnt one. I think Joe just got the burnt one recently.
Is that what it was?
Right?
The burnt one? Yeah, because Joe, you got one, didn't you? I remember I'm getting a car. I don't know if you can you hear us, Joe?
He must not be able to hear us.
I'm
You hear
sorry,
us?
you broke up, brother. What?
Oh, there you go. What were you saying?
Oh, you just bought a Christine card, didn't you? Colin was just talking about the die-cast.
Yeah, I can't
cards.
hear. It's breaking up.
No.
Sorry.
Oh, dear. Shit.
Yeah, damn internet.
I'm sorry. I didn't hear any.
No big deal.
Sorry.
Not a problem.
No biggies.
Well, that's
Actually-
everything. That's what's that, Colin? You got something else?
Shit.
No, listen, I'm actually surprised. My internet's lasted. Usually it craps out every so often, but so far so good.
No, you're good. Yeah, that's what every time you go on location, you take a chance at having decent Wi-Fi.
Yeah.
I mean, it doesn't seem to be that big there, but who knows what the hell kind of connections they hooked up there. But that's our new stuff.
Sorry.
Let's do this. You guys ready to rank the Halloween films? And
Yeah.
tell why you chose a specific slot for that specific one. And let's do this. Do I have a banner set up for this? I don't even remember if I do or not. Yes, I do. We're gonna rank the Halloween movies. Now, you guys want to do this from worst
I was
to
just
best?
asking you, should we do best? We usually have done worst to best. Should we do best to worst this time and
Yes.
see where it goes?
Well, I don't know. I know Joe might surprise us.
Oh yeah.
I'm wondering.
Joe, do you have a preference?
I don't know if you can hear us.
No, not at all.
Well, yeah, well, we'll just do it from worst because I have no
Why
problem
not?
saying what's worst. So we'll do some worst to best, starting with number 13. So my number 13, and I'm sure you guys all know this too, is Halloween Abortion. Still to this day, doesn't really keep my attention. I don't like the whole Busta Rhymes thing. It just takes me out of the film. There, albeit a couple of cool, creepy shots. The way the mask is lit, one or two nice kills. You know, Jen getting your head cut off was always fun.
Yeah.
And the dopey cameraman who just stood there while this guy was aiming something at his throat instead of trying to run away. So, but that's always been the one at the bottom of my list. Want to go clockwise? You want to just go
Sure,
Brett
we'll go
and
clockwise.
then Colin and then Joe?
No, yeah,
get
Colin, if you're probably gonna catch it. Pat and I are kind of similar in a lot of stuff. I don't know how that happened. We might be long lost brothers. I don't know what happened, but Halloween Resurrection. It would take a lot for me to not make it the worst one. It's absolutely terrible, from the mask to just the storyline. Just didn't cut it for me, man. The Busta Rhymes stuff didn't. No. Just awful. You know, I guess you got one. Rick Rosenthal directed it, but that didn't obviously make a difference. Now, did it?
Didn't land that time, did it? No.
No. Nope.
But yeah, Halloween Resurrection by far is the worst Halloween.
Yeah. Well, for me, as the exact same as you guys, Resurrection. For all the same reasons you just described there now. I hit that there's a bit at the start, where Michael's coming into Laurie's room. He sort of smashes his head through the door. And what the fuck is with that hairdo?
Yeah, it changes. It changes when he comes out, right?
He looks like Sid Vicious.
Yes.
Fucking Sid Meier's is coming for me. Awful.
Sid
fucking-
Meier's.
There were so many things I could pick holes in with that film. It's just abysmal.
Absolutely.
Worst
Yep.
entry thus far.
But the Looney Bin guy is pretty good. I will give him that. That guy's pretty funny in the robe. The other killer guy.
Harold.
Oh, yeah, the guy's
Yeah.
the serial killer guy.
Yeah, Harold. Yeah, that's right.
No, he's cool. He's cool.
Was his audio broken? Oh, it sounds okay now. Yeah.
He's good now.
He's good.
Yeah. What about you, Big Joe?
I mean, come on. I feel like a film student made that movie. Resurrection, man. It's got to be on the bottom.
Clean sweep.
Clean sweep. You got to start somewhere. And if I'm gonna start with that shit.
Yeah, it's and you hate to hate on it because I love Halloween too, and Rick Rosenthal was, albeit John Carpenter had a lot to do with that too, but just can't do it. Nope, not for me. Let us know in the chat what is number 13, the bottom of your list. My number 12 is and this one I don't despise it. There's a few things actually. My favorite part of it is actually just the soundtrack, and I like the way it started, and then after she woke up, and I'm sure you guys figured this one out, it just went to shit for me. So Rob Zombie's Halloween 2.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I like the dream in the beginning. I love that. And the best part of that is to me is the soundtrack. I love the soundtrack. Did you ever get the soundtrack, Colin?
Yes, I do have it. Yeah, I have it in vinyl, yeah.
Yeah, I love the soundtrack, whether actually if you get the Captain Clegg's separately, because there's a lot of other. I feel like that psychobilly shit. I don't know if I love that stuff. Captain Clegg and the Night Creatures is awesome. I love that.
Yeah. Do you like the do you like the ghastly ones?
Yes, I love the ghastly ones.
They're a good band.
Yeah.
Now the Cramps, of course.
Oh yes. Oh yeah, we can go down the whole friggin' rabbit hole of that stuff, big time. Oh, Stefan saying his number 12, Halloween Kills. What was your number 13?
What?
Oh, right. Oh, he was right. 12 for him was Halloween Kills. 13 was his Resurrection.
Wow, that's his opinion. All right. Okay.
So he's right there. Halloween Kills. It's like, what?
I tell you, Pat, I'm with you, man. We watched Halloween. Yeah, Halloween, Rob Zombie's Halloween 2. We watched it a few weeks ago, and I think we reiterated. I think we ended up liking it a bit more doing the watch along. I grew to like it a little bit more after watching it with you guys that night. It was so strange. I think the biggest problem with me was just what they did to what Rob Zombie did with the Loomis character. That was my biggest problem.
Yeah, turning Loomis into a dick was a big mistake.
Turning him into a dick. I didn't like it when they ripped half of his mask off. I didn't mind the hobo looking Myers. It was nice for a change. A lot of people don't like that, but it was just, you got to change it up periodically for something to work. But when part of the mask came off, the cornfield scene's really good too, right? I really think that scene's effective.
Did you say the cornhole? What?
The cornhole up the butthole. Yeah, sorry.
Cornholio.
But we can't forget that the white horse stuff is just get the white horse stuff out of here.
Yeah, that was he had to figure out a way to shoehorn Sherry Moon. And it was funny. I when I went to the theater, that's the story. I'm sitting in the theater and I'm like, well, at least there won't be Sherry Moon in here. Then all of a sudden there she is. And I'm like, oh, there she is. You figure out a way to put her in. She's a ghost.
If you had to give it an Oscar, though, like we said, Brad Dourif, that was probably the best acting job of the whole series. That one scene when he finds Annie, she's Annie, unbelievably good.
That's true, Richard. Yeah, Captain Clegg was a Hammer film. Yep, that's where they got the name. Captain Clegg and the Night Creatures. The only thing I like about Halloween 2 is the poster. Otherwise, just a dreadful. Yeah, it's just the Captain Clegg is to me. I just love that soundtrack. It's just a lot of fun.
Yeah, you go, Colin. You're up, buddy.
Scout is hotter in part 2. She's annoying in part 2. I mean, she's still hot, but she just whined and cried like, oh, it gave me a headache.
Yeah. Well, like you guys, Rob Zombie's Halloween 2.
Look at this.
Look at that.
You know, the first 20 minutes or so is probably one of the best sequences out of the whole franchise. Myers is brutal in it, the way it's filmed. The death of, what do you call that actress? The black
Octavia Spencer.
Yes, Octavia Spencer. That is brutal. It's terrifying.
Yeah.
As soon as she wakes up, from then on in, it's just a fucking shit show. It's just all over the place. It's like, I'm just asking myself, did I drop acid without knowing? Watching this shit, what is going on here? Yeah.
Yeah, and then that woman wins an Oscar after it too, right?
Yes, 2 Oscar winners in the franchise now.
Yep, that's it. Yeah, but it does have some good things, some good cinematography.
That's the biggest thing in that movie.
Well shot. I will give him that. You know, he's got a good eye, Rob Zombie.
Mm-hmm.
I do like him as a director. I know a lot of people don't really like him that much. Personally, my favorite film of his is Lords of Salem.
No kidding.
Oh, Lords of Salem.
Yeah.
Wow. Well, my
Wow.
favorite is the Devil's
Like-
Rejects, but I like
Devil's
the Lords of
Rejects,
Salem's good.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, for me, he sort of delved into something a bit different there. And there's a few things in that movie that sounds and looks like a lot of Mario Bava films from the
Mhm.
60s and 70s. You
Okay.
can see he was tapping into something different. So that's probably what drew me to it. But anyway, I digress. Going back to Halloween 2. Yeah, the first 20 minutes is great. After that, forget it. Yeah.
Yeah, I would just want to ask, did you like 31? Like 31, I enjoyed.
It's probably the least favorite of mine. It's
No
okay.
kidding. Okay.
It's a time filler, yeah. It's just
Yeah.
not awfully bad, but it's it's not great.
Yeah. It's one of those films, if it's on, I watch it. Like, oh,
Yeah,
I'll sit through
yeah,
this.
sure.
'Cause,
It's his Running Man.
It's his Running Man, right? What say you, Big Joe?
Well, this was kind of controversial for me because we just did the watch along, man. I remember we were just talking about how much we loved it again. Like we were watching it, and we're like, man, this is better than what we remember. So instead of it being second to last place, I had to swap it out with another movie, which I know y'all like a little bit, but I'm kind of like, after watching that one again, I'm gonna have to go with number 5. Revenge, number 5.
Somebody else, I said it myself.
Yes. Yes.
So they were like this. We swapped them. So for my number 12, it's part 5.
I started writing sweep again, and I'm gonna cross that off now.
Yeah, and it's not because we're being different. It's because of the watch along we just did. Just because of that, like it's just like.
Well, a lot of people hate 5, and it's just a guilty pleasure for Brett and I.
Yeah,
But, yeah. I mean, I'm not going to say by any stretch of imagination it's a good film because it's not. It's just like a guilty pleasure for me. I don't know why.
I just got a kick out of seeing my brother's friend flip out that he had to spend more money to go see another Halloween movie. He's like, I thought it was going to end. Now I got to pay another money. At that time, because you weren't thinking about franchises as much. It's just like, is it going to end?
Oh well, I'm going to fire the first shot because this is my number 11 is the last watch along we did. Halloween Ends.
Holy bijoli.
Yep. I don't like that whole. I don't like the whole backstory. I think the novelization's a much better. It would have been a better film if they took more from the novelization or the more Myers stuff. And I don't think it was necessary to have this. You could have, like I said, it would have been a better movie if he shadowed Myers, didn't come across him, sort of used it almost like in our beloved part 5 of Friday the 13th, where he took on that persona and he shadowed, and maybe they met at the end and Michael kills him or something. But, the whole scene with him, taking his mask, it just took me out of the film. I'm sorry. It's not the worst. It's shot well. It's got some good scenes in it. But, yeah. No.
That's a shocker, man. I didn't realize it was going to be that high. Woo.
Well, being a shocker because that's mine next too, Joe.
Y'all fucking talked about that shit before, man.
You know what, dude? I will.
No, don't be stupid.
Don't be stupid.
Don't be stupid.
I
gotta tell you,
it was a priority to have those ready for this week.
we were already friends when that came out. Well, obviously it was the last movie, and I remember saying when I saw it, man, Myers you can't wait 40 plus minutes for him to appear in the movie, even if he is a supporting portion of it. That was my big problem with it. And of course, he did look weak. And I guess from that standpoint, he got his ass kicked at the end of Kills. So he's just rotting to die, arguably, right?
Yeah, the whole overpowering him, and then where they're like running around like freaking Batman and Robin. When they go to kill the doctor, and they're in the same. What did they do? Did they take an Uber together? How the fuck did they end up at that house?
I tell you,
seriously, what the hell? It was just bad.
I like the mask too, though. I like how
mask was good.
Decayed. I think Chris Nelson, he did awesome with all 3 masks. He did
absolutely. Yeah, the mask absolutely is great. Not so much the Tots release, because, like I told you, when the Tots the first version came out, it looked like it just came out of a Bukkake film. Just the whole side of it was like all white and fuzzy. I'm like, was that a Bukkake mask or something? But they did clean it up. The later versions they cleaned up, thankfully, because I was just like, I didn't want to have it here. I was afraid people see it. Like, Pat, what the hell are you doing down here? Nothing.
I don't think. Well, no, Pat, you've seen all in the theater first runs except for the first one. Just
I've
right,
seen every movie in the theater when they first came out, with the exception of Halloween, the original.
but
I
then
mean,
you
I've seen it
saw
since
re-release.
on re-releases, but
Yeah.
never originally in the theater. Yeah, I saw Halloween 2 for the shit. How old was I? 9 years old. 9 years old.
That's awesome, Pat. I mean, over here we couldn't get to see those films. You had to be 18 to get in. Even if you're with a parent, you couldn't get in.
Even with a parent, yeah. My
No.
my brother is 6 years older than me, so
Yeah.
him and some friends, they had taken me, and some of my cousins. But wow, even if you bring with an adult, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Well, you know, that's a good question, Colin. Help educate me here. Were drive-ins were they a thing in Europe, or were they ever a thing in Europe, or no? Was it just
What's that?
Drive-in
drive-ins,
theater?
drive-in
No,
theaters?
we never had them here.
No kidding.
Simple reason being the weather's shit all the time.
That's the first
That's
thing I
true.
was guessing
Yeah.
to think of. Okay.
I mean, now they have some things going on. Yeah, it's like there's a sort of retro thing going on. I mean, recently they showed the Warriors.
Oh yes, love the Warriors.
Held in below like a underpass. It's like a car
Mhm.
park, but it's got this like subway, or not a subway, like a bridge going over the top of you. So
Yeah,
we
that's
just surrounded by this bridge to watch the
Mhm.
movie. It was pretty cool.
that's awesome. Yeah, that's one of my
Nice.
So
favorite films.
Do one-off things now and again, but there's no like actual drive-ins.
I got you. There's a theater here that every summer they usually do 1 and 2. So that's why I was like,
Yeah.
oh, you know, I meant to ask Colin. I'd never even thought of it, but I think weather would be the first thing. Yeah.
Yeah, I've seen one on a few re-releases, like certain theaters. It's like an old time theater in my town. They would show it every so often, but never saw Halloween. Yeah, because Halloween. The story is you mentioned the Warriors. The reason I watched Halloween in 1980s because we were going to watch the Warriors, and right after it on HBO was Halloween.
Yeah.
So we started watching Halloween, and I was like, "Holy shit, loved it! Scared the shit out of me." And now I'm a 51-year-old bald fat bastard, and look at my house.
Well, actually, on Wednesday night, I'm going to see the Wicker Man. It's the 50th anniversary of the Wicker Man.
Oh wow, that's
cool.
nice.
So they're showing it for one day only. It'll be pretty cool because it's also the summer solstice on Wednesday, so it's being held that day. So it's
That's
pretty
awesome.
cool.
That's awesome.
That's
Well,
really cool.
Yep.
Stefan, yep, this is number 11 for him too. Yep. Ooh, sounds
Who
perfect for
was
the
next?
Warriors.
I forgot who was
me
it. Was I last? Yeah, it's you, Colin, right?
Well, for me, this film is so frustrating. Yeah, my next choice because it had potential. For me, it was probably the best acting out of the trilogy. You know, it wasn't poor filmmaking from a technical standpoint, just very bad choices in film writing. The decisions they made, the emasculate Mars, it was just fucking horrible. And the demise of Mars was just hideous.
Mm-hmm.
Jamie Lee Curtis, obviously it's Halloween Ends, you all get what I'm talking about.
Mm-hmm.
Jamie Lee Curtis was probably the best version of Laurie since the first original two, yeah. The acting from even the guy, played Corey, done a good job. You can't
Great acting. Yes. Yeah.
Can't take that away from the guy. It was just poor writing. I mean, he was a character that shouldn't have been threw in the last film of the trilogy. The whole thing with Mars, the sort of tag team thing, was just fucking ridiculous. It was just like Batman and Robin, it's just like, what the fuck's going on here? It was just like, for a film going out, a character such as Mars, who everybody adores, world over, renowned, horror icon, to go out that way was just a fucking shame, an absolute tragedy.
I want to see Anthony Hopkins as the ventriloquist with his dummy take them both on. I think he could kick ass. What do you think? Sorry, Magic. I love that movie.
I love Magic.
Absolutely love that film.
Yeah.
Love it. Such a good movie. Yeah, so for me, it's definitely Halloween Ends, number 11.
Awesome.
Oh yeah, they talking about the Wicker Man. Yeah, exactly. You're right. Rowan Campbell, his acting, what he had brought to that film, I was actually invested in it. If it was a different movie,
yeah.
This kid, has a bad life. I mean, albeit I don't know who dreamed up him being, bullied by a bunch of fucking band geeks from high school. I don't know what the hell that's all about. I mean, come on. But I was invested in it. If it was a separate standalone film where he was like possessed and wants to become Myers, I'd see that.
Yeah, sure. If it had been a series, like many people says, if it had been a series, like a standalone thing, I definitely would have watched it. It was interesting. It was something different, but not in a Myers movie. Not in a Myers movie.
Not the supposed end of that storyline too. That's not the way to close it.
We're going to be intrigued to see how it goes with him at age 45 for his first convention. That'll be something.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think he's going to be mean to him, but I think he's going to do rather well.
Yeah,
he's going to get a lot of. You get a lot of love. You get a lot. Of
I'm going to give him some love with money.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
So who's next?
Big Joe, what do you got?
Grizzly, bitch.
All
next?
Uh-oh.
Hello.
He's doing his Johnny Five imitation from Short Circuit.
I want you to write it on a piece of paper and show it on the screen, Joe.
Yeah, just go like this.
Halloween 2.
Rob Zombie's Halloween 2.
Halloween 2. I got
that.
We caught it. We caught it.
Yeah.
I'm grabbing my phone.
Just hold your nose. We're right on the nose.
Go next.
My number 10. For me, it's same thing. Had the potential to be really well. It wasn't shot that bad. It just hasn't aged well for me. I don't hate it. When I just say about these movies is everything has to have a place. So it's at number 10 because I don't find it interesting. It was more disappointing to me than anything when that's H2O.
Okay.
Okay. I don't dislike it. It was not what it was touted to be at the time. Everybody was excited to go there because Jamie Lee was coming back after 20 years. And it's just fell short for me. It
definitely hasn't aged well. You're right.
Hasn't aged well. Didn't like the soundtrack, which is a mishmash of Scream.
Yeah.
To me, is a very short movie. It's only like an hour and 25 minutes.
Yeah.
So for me, yeah, don't like I said, I don't despise any of these movies, but everything's got to have a place, and it's just a matter of everybody's opinion and taste.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think, Brett?
Well, this is our first break, Pat. This is this. I think this changed from last time, so I will want to go back and watch because now I have Halloween 6 at this spot.
Oh wow! Look at you.
Yes.
Really down the ladder.
I was very upset that you didn't really try to bring Danielle. I know they tried to. It just didn't work well. They should have had that character, the Jamie character, worked out a little bit better. The Man in Black stuff I always thought was going to be cool. I actually would love to see the hybrid cut. I know some guys made a few of those hybrid cuts because I like aspects of both versions.
Right.
You just combine them both together somehow and get a hybrid cut.
Yeah.
That might be the ultimate movie. So, but I love the mask though. I think the mask is very underrated for Halloween 6. That's one of I think when we ranked the masks, that was up there for me as one of the.
Yeah, it's definitely one of the better ones. Yeah.
Revenge.
It just the dark aspect of it, and it was right when they started really making the masks. Well, minus H2O, but so. But yeah, Halloween 6. That's my next one. We're at 10, right? Yeah,
10.
Yeah, he likes H2O, Richard, and to me that's my favorite timeline, and at least they did pick up from H2, and they didn't retcon it. It was still part of it. But it's just too many plot holes for me, and I think they could have came up with a better story than her hiding out in California. I mean, because he supposedly burned up because they're picking up after Halloween 2, right? So he was burned to a crisp. Now he's walking fine. His skin's rejuvenated. How the fuck did he get? Where was he for 20 years? Was he in a cave? I mean, they could have went about it a different way. It's still a fun watch if it's on. Actually, it was on the other night. But we do a little segment here where we go, what did you watch? Because we talk about things we watched, maybe give other people ideas, give ideas from other people. And the other night I was sitting down here. I sat in the chair and turned on the Pluto Hard channel, and they always show Halloween movies, and so I sat through H2O. I don't dislike it. A lot of plot holes and a little disappointing for me.
I don't mind Josh Hartnett. Remember that whole thing?
Oh God, yeah. I don't have a problem with him. Worst part of him.
Oh, my being a jerk. I'm sorry.
Worst part of Josh Hartnett in that movie is his goddamn haircut.
Joe remembers what I'm talking about.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
I might be so mean. Sorry. Who's ready?
That's right. That's why Danielle didn't do it. You didn't want to pay her the money after she spent all that money to get herself emancipated too. That's why she wasn't in Halloween 6.
Yeah, because they kill her off in Act 1. They wanted the pair cheap. Yeah.
Yeah. What do you got, Colin?
Right. So next is a film that I had high hopes for. And I remember at the time hearing who the director was going to be, seeing the posters for it. And at this stage, I was living in Germany at the time. So I got to see it in the cinema in German, which was a lot of fun trying to decipher what was being said. But at that stage, I only lived there for a year, so my German wasn't that great. But visually, I thought it was good. But overall, it just isn't a Halloween movie in the traditional sense. It was what I grew up watching and what I loved, what we all love about the essence of the original film. So for me, it's Rob Zombie's Halloween, the number 10.
Okay.
Some of the dialogue just too over the top. I mean, once Myers escapes and gets to Haddonfield, from there on in, I do like the movie. There's some great scenes, some very memorable scenes. Myers is menacing looking, Tyler Mane does a good job. But overall, as time goes on, it's got lower in my list. I used to have it higher, but as time goes on, it's got lower. Yeah.
What do you think of the cover, like the poster cover, the DVD cover? We think it's one of our favorite ones, at least, though.
That I like.
Collaged it all.
Collage one of all it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's really cool. I mean, I've got about, like, in saying I don't really like the movie that much, but I've got about 5 versions of it.
Just like us.
Yeah.
4-hour documentary version, right?
Yeah. I got the German box set, which is really cool.
Yes.
Like it's the booklets and things, and about 4 or 5 different discs. I think there was one done for Halloween 2 as well, Rob Zombies, but it's pretty hard to come by now.
It seems like everything with the Rob Zombie's Halloween 2, right?
Yeah.
Oh, and I completely forgot when I mentioned H2O as my number 10. Shout out to Steve Miner because today's his birthday.
Hey,
Oh my lord!
There you go.
Friday the 13th, 2 and 3 too, right?
Yeah, love it. He was much more effective as far as I'm concerned when he in the Friday the 13th franchise.
Very nice. Yeah, I guess it's number 10, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Number 10. Okay, I'm just gonna go and give out Halloween Ends, because it was different. Because it's not really well received, but I figured it was different, and I enjoy it when I watch it. I think it's because I had access to it so much, like the new trilogy. Like we were able to watch it on Peacock a bunch of times, and I've had the opportunity of rewatching these films more than the others in the past when they first came out. So I had like an overload of this movie, and it's not that bad to me, but it's still not one of the best. But yeah, that's my number 10. Halloween Ends.
There you go. And James, I agree with you. Danielle Harris's performance in Halloween 2, Rob Zombie's Halloween 2 was good, especially more towards the end.
Yeah. Very good.
That or Brad Dourif, right?
Brad Dourif, I loved. He was, to me, out of those 2 movies, he was the best thing in those movies. Brad Dourif. Yeah. Awesome. So my number 9, since we're talking about Rob Zombie, my number 9 is Rob Zombie's Halloween, and I'm right there with you. Once you get past the beginning, the rest of it is not so bad. I mean, I don't know if we really need to explore him in the sanitarium because you like that ambiguity, but it wasn't too bad. It wasn't over the top. Obviously, the director's cut was a little over the top with the friggin' rape scene in his room, which was absolutely unnecessary. But the beginning part of it, when I bring it up, it'd be like, "Oh man, I love that. It's funny." I said, "Yeah, I go, it's funny, but I don't want comedy in my Halloween movie." I mean, every one of the movies might have a little comedy quirk, where somebody says a little line that might be a little funny, but I don't need that in my Halloween films. Mm-hmm. But I don't dislike it. Tyler Mane was great, effective. The mask looked good, better than some of the other ones that came out in the 80s. Yeah. So I think that was, it wasn't bad. Scout was great. I didn't have a problem as Laurie Strode. So it's not a bad film. It's nice that they did use the same locations in the same area. So that also gave it 1 notch up for me because he did shoot it in and around Pasadena.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that is my number 9, RZ07.
We're back on track, Pat. Rob Zombie's Halloween 1, baby.
There you go. See? You guys, you're good. You're good.
Good.
I got to tell you, though, when people have talked about Halloween being put into a mini series, imagine if with the way Rob Zombie did the movie where Michael's young and he's older. Imagine you would have done a whole season of a show off that. He could have done even more.
Exactly.
It would have been pretty damn effective that way.
Exactly.
There's
so many things they could have did.
I love that. I love that scene though with when he goes to the Strode's house though, when the adopted father does not see him even coming.
Yes.
He just wipes him out. It's so effective. That just shocked the shit out of me when that happened. So damn good. And Malcolm McDowell is an acceptable Loomis in this one. Not the
that would yes. That was a genius casting. I was like, wow, Malcolm McDowell. When I read it was coming out, I think it was Entertainment Weekly. I had first saw it when they said it. I said, I'm like, that's brilliant. Him and he was good in the first one, but the whole dick side of him, and it wasn't his fault. It's not like his acting sucked in part two. It's just what was on the page that he had to do. So I don't fault Malcolm McDowell, but the choice to make him a dick was just not a good one.
Yeah, go back and if anybody hasn't watched the supplemental stuff, watch the outtakes. They are priceless with Malcolm McDowell. He's like the funniest guy.
He's funny as hell.
Oh God, every outtake was because of him.
Yeah, making jokes.
Oh God, so funny. But yeah, Rob Zombie's Halloween 2007. Yes, 2007.
Yep.
Very nice.
What do you got, Colin?
What you got, Colin?
So next for me would be Halloween 5. There's so many flaws in that film. The only redeeming thing for me is Dr. Loomis, and even then he sounds like he's off his tits all the time.
He's drunk.
He's drunk.
He's drunk.
Yeah. Tina's really annoying, but is just fuck right off. It's just horrible. And of course, doing away with the brain fart, what's her name?
Ellie Cornell.
Ellie Cornell.
Cornell. Yeah, to kill
Rachel.
her.
Yeah.
Rachel.
To kill her off early on in the film was just stupid, because everybody had grown to love her from part 4, and then this French guy comes in and takes in a totally weird direction. It's almost like a Giallo movie from the 70s, which I'm a huge fan of. I've got a massive collection of Giallo films. You could tell the guy was influenced by that big time, but it doesn't work in a Halloween franchise, unfortunately.
What do you think of those opening credits? We've talked about that a lot.
That's pretty cool with the knife and the noise of the knife, the pump. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Credits were awesome. Yeah.
The credits are good. Yeah. That's my number 9.
Nice.
What you got?
Danielle Harris was the best thing in Halloween 5. I mean, for a young girl acting in a movie, her acting was good.
I thought the brute mask was the best, but that's okay. Just kidding. Joe, what you got?
Good mask. I guess my next one is going to have to be Curse, H6. It's kind of like an in-between film for me. So that's where it ranks where it does. It's not on any given night, I love it, and then some nights I hate it, depending on my mood. So, I love the mask. I love how menacing he is. Paul Rudd, his little, his acting is pretty trash in this movie. And then you get some pretty badass kills and stuff. So, yeah, that's mine. That's my next choice. H6.
Nice. And I'm on par with Colin. For me, my number 8 is Halloween 5. And I said, Brett and I do have a soft spot because to me, it's nostalgic. 1989, I just got my license. I remember driving to the theater for the first time to see it. And it was, to me, it's more nostalgia than anything. And Tina, while being annoying as hell, she was cute as hell, annoying as all hell. But and and we were talking about this with Dustin McNeil when he was on the soundtrack. We like the soundtrack, all the additional songs that are on there.
Yeah.
Yeah, when Dustin McNeil was on a couple of weeks ago. So there's really not much to say that hasn't been said. Yeah, Loomis was drunk through the whole movie. So you can tell he was angry, bitter. He was like an angry drunk throughout the whole movie. The whole part about making her mute, complete stupidity. And, bringing in the Man in Black. Yeah, no, not a good, no, just no. So that's it for me. Number 8.
You got to wonder if that would have been better if 6 could have done something better with the Man in Black, maybe, but maybe not. I don't know.
Stefan's number 8. Oh, 2018. Wow, that low on there. Wow.
Whoa, no shit, Stefan.
Oh, I
Okay.
definitely don't agree with you there.
What are we at? What do we got? Yeah, Halloween H2O is my next one. It definitely hasn't aged well. It was very exciting at the time when it came out to have Jamie Lee come back, though. I will say that. I loved some of the stuff though with Janet Leigh being in there with her car from Psycho. That's pretty cool.
Yeah,
Little nostalgia,
yeah,
little nostalgic there. The music, but the most importantly is the fucking mask situation, man. It's just atrocious. If they would have just kept the mask that they show when he first comes out through that kitchen, comes into the kitchen at the beginning of the movie, keep that mask just fine. Keep that mask. They didn't do it. Instead, they do a CGI one with Stan Winston. God rest his soul. But what are the other masks? That other one, too.
The K&B, the rounded one?
Yeah, the rounded one with the goofy eyes. Yeah, cool.
You look like a bug.
Yeah, it looks like... Yeah. It's the... You know what? The plus thing with it, it's the shortest one of the series. It didn't last long. We've talked about... I would have loved to have seen the Charles S. Dutton character like they talk about in the Taking Shape book. Him as the detective. And they did not put it in there.
Yeah.
Killer.
That would have been cool.
Yeah. But yeah, H2O. It's 2-0.
What do you got, Colin?
What you got, Colin?
Me again. So, number 8.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to go for The Curse of Michael Myers. I remember seeing this. I didn't see it in theaters. I had to wait until it came out on VHS. At the time, I didn't really mind it. As years have went on, I kind of dislike it more. I see the flaws with it. Even the producer's cut isn't great. It has some better things about it, but nothing spectacular. I do like the mask. I do like certain scenes, some of the atmosphere. It's got a really good fall feeling or autumn feeling to it.
Yeah, it's true.
Some of the other entries. Yeah, but overall, it's not really a strong film. But yeah, I'll maybe watch it twice a year. I'll bust it out twice a year, maybe. Give it a watch. So that's my number 8.
Yeah, they did have issues with some of the rights, and I know that in H2O. But you just chalked it up to poor pre-production because you should have all that shit ironed out before you go to screen.
Yeah, sure.
Atmosphere was good. Yeah, absolutely. So, Big Joe, what say you for your number 8?
All right, my number 8 is gonna have to be Rob Zombie's Halloween 1.
There you go.
So, I mean, I'm a fan of it. I like it. I like the new breath of fresh air, so to speak. But for me, it's not the best. It's not the worst. It's another middle ground film. So that's gonna be my next one. Rob Zombie's H1.
There you go. And
and real quick, I got Caleb with me. Caleb works here. He works here at the gas station. So say what's up, brother.
Oh, hey.
Guys, how y'all doing?
What's up?
Hey.
So every time I come here, he is super nice to me. He's a fellow maggot. We love Slipknot.
Oh, hell yeah.
We love Slipknot.
Nice.
And I just invited him to come in here and say hi and chat for a little while because every time we come, he makes this place worth coming to. So y'all need to come check out Caleb, man. Y'all need to come check out Caleb, man.
Oh, we will for sure.
Yeah, for sure.
Like Joe, they make it easy. So.
So Caleb's going to be the one tonight in the Leatherface mask scaring the shit out of you guys.
Probably. Sorry, I just wanted to do that, guys. I'm sorry.
No, awesome. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Where was I? Oh, we're at number. So my number 7. I'm there with. I think Colin just said part 6. So yeah, for me, Halloween 6 is my number 6. 6 is my number 7 because for the same thing. You put the two together, you take certain aspects and put it all together, would be a better movie. But to me, it just fell short. I remember being in the theater. I'm like, seriously? I waited 6 years to find out who the Man in Black was, and that's who it is, Dr. Wynn. First fucking movie. So very underwhelming.
The Colonel and Lethal Weapon? What?
The Colonel and Lethal Weapon. So I don't hate it. It does, like you said, great fall atmosphere. It's shot well. There's a lot of good visuals. Albeit, not that I'm anybody to make fun of George Wilbur, but it's like the past 6 years, were you like a Dunkin' Donuts factory? It was a little bit too big of a heavy Myers for me. It's supposed to be tall, slender, and menacing.
How dare you, Pat?
Yeah, I know. Hey, us fat people are allowed to make fun of fat people. Come on, it's part of the card. You get the card when you join the club. So that's it for me. I don't dislike it. Would like to see them put it together a little bit better. Don't really agree with the choices. It could be, like I said, a good hybrid of it would probably make it even move up.
Yeah, James just said something here. That's the down part about Halloween 6 that Loomis and Michael aren't in any scenes together.
Right. And it's also nostalgia because it's the last time you got to see our Loomis.
Yeah. You believe he'd be like 103, I think, now? Isn't that crazy?
Yeah. Can you believe that?
It would be, yeah.
Number 7 for Stefan is 07. Yeah, I can see that.
Ooh. My next one is Halloween Kills. So what is this, number 7, right? Number 7. I'm going to tell you, I like this movie a lot more after seeing Ends, which I've said 10,000 times. I'm going to keep on saying it. It's grown on me because it's nonstop. It's not perfect. I have the issues with it totally telling some things are on a soundstage, but that's just me being a little film nitpicky. But the details and the flashback stuff, the continuity that they did is, you can't say anything bad about it, right? The mask is spot on, and I love it. It's nonstop. It get rid of all the hospital stuff. It's a good film.
Yeah, Jojo was not a fat guy, but he was just too husky.
Yeah,
that's why.
And then when they did the reshoots, it's A. Michael Lerner, and he's a twig.
Yeah. Even James said it, because when they replaced him, it was just like, what did I miss here?
And how did the cemetery lady survive? I don't know, but that's whatever. She should be with
Kills.
She should be with the Scream 6 cast because they all seem to survive.
Yeah. And Scream 7, the movie where nobody dies.
You could get your head chopped off and you're still alive.
So I think there was 3 people that died in Scream 6. So this will be the movie where nobody dies. Yeah. Number 7.
That's the big twist.
The twist is everybody's still alive.
Yeah. Nice. So my number 7 would be H2O. Now, I'm not a fan of the score like most people. It does lose out with Lone Loomis in it. It was a big deal when it first came out. I thought it was good to go and see it in the cinema. It was great to see it on the big screen and see Jamie Lee Curtis back. But overall, I don't think it landed that well. I mean, I liked it more back then compared to now. But it has some good scenes in it. I think that the score does let it down quite a bit. I mean, that takes me out of the movie. Overall, I mean, it has good rewatchable value to a degree. I'll probably watch it once a year in the fall time.
You watch it.
But it's okay. I mean, the thing I think that does work for it compared to the recent trilogy is at least they kept the Laurie story going from part 2.
Part 2, yeah.
And I think that trilogy suffered from that, cutting that film out. It's a shame, really, but yeah, that's just how that trilogy went. So yeah, H2O will be number 7 for me. It was good back then, but it hasn't aged well.
Yeah, the music is just
the music takes me out.
It doesn't feel like a Halloween film.
Thing.
Yeah,
no,
it doesn't. There's no Halloween atmosphere. It doesn't feel like you're watching a movie set in Halloween. I mean, even if I get it, they're in California, it doesn't make a difference. They should have. They could have figured out a way to make it feel like Halloween. It just doesn't feel like it.
Has somebody tried to edit one of the old scores into that movie? Because that'd probably not be a bad idea. See how it turns out.
Yeah,
it might actually work. It might give it some more, as Dave McRae says, mood and atmosphere.
Yeah.
That's the point. Yeah, man.
Oh yeah, Kill's dialogue was terrible. Stick around for our top 5 worst lines from the Halloween trilogy. That's gonna be a fun one. What say you, Joe? What about you? Come on, get him in the conversation. What is he? Is he a Halloween fan, Joe?
Yeah. So yeah, my very first tattoo was the pumpkin from the opening credits. I know you can really see it.
There you go.
But I'm gonna be honest. I love the first 3 Halloween films. Yeah, it all costs extra. I love the first 3 Halloween films, and I liked Halloween 2018, but I really, really liked
Halloween Kills. I thought that was fun, and the whole Evil Dice tonight. It didn't take itself too seriously. Hate Halloween Ends with a seething passion, and I like. Oh my god! It was Red. What was it called? It was Curse of Michael Myers. I like that one because of Paul Rudd. We got a young Paul Rudd trying something new. So
there you go. So we'll let him do his top 5 when we get to 5. How about that? So we'll get to 5 and we'll do his top 5.
Okay, cool.
You start doing your homework. Get your homework.
Yeah,
That's it. Homework. Yeah. Pop quiz.
We'll let him do his top 5. No more pressure. But yeah, my next one is Halloween Kills. What number is that one? What are we at on that one? I can't
7. We match, Joe. We match, Joe. We match.
We matched. So Kills. I mean, yeah, Evil Dies Tonight. A lot of just the whole hospital. I don't know. Whatever. I'm just gonna move it on next. That movie sucks. Okay.
My number 6 is Halloween, and it's funny because originally I'm pretty sure I had 6 in a higher place than Kills, but after we watched Kills last time, I kind of moved it up a little bit more. Not because the Halloween, not the hospital. If you like I said, there's times I've put this movie in, and as soon as they get to the hospital, I just hit fast forward. then I come towards the end of the movie because the whole thing with Tivoli, I just can't stomach it. The first part of the hospital, not so bad. Obviously, she's stabbed. Of course, she's gonna end up in the hospital. Then you get to see Frank right there. So some of their dialogue together was good, but when the Tivoli thing starts, it's like fast forward, just go right through that. And for me, the biggest thing is, like I said, when I went to the theater by myself to watch this the first time when it first opened on that Thursday night. When right in the beginning, boom, you're right in that flashback scene. I was like, dude,
yeah,
this is where I want to stay. Stay here for the whole movie. Don't leave. I want to stay here.
There was talk of it being a lot longer, right? That was like the early runs of the script.
That it alone is worth the price of admission to flashback.
Did he kill again? Did he kill again?
Did he kill again?
Did he kill again?
He's here.
Love it.
So that is my number 6. What about you, Brady?
Oh man, this is a rough one, but because I love the movie, so I like them all to an extent. This is where Halloween 3 falls in for me, unfortunately. It's so hard for me to do this.
Would you shut the fuck up?
I had to be the first one to do this. This is terrible. Oh shit! I feel like crying. You know what? No, because I love the movie to death. It's just all the ones that are going to come up earlier on in the spots I just like a bit more. I have no problem. This movie was everybody's worst one forever with all the other ones. So it's really gone. It's really caught a popularity, and I could admit it too. For me,
after ends, Tommy Lee Wallace is sitting back like this.
And he's right. It should have just been called Season of the Witch, but they were trying to do the anthology thing. So what are you gonna do? I can't say anything bad about it because I really don't mind it. So
I have no problem with Laurie being in the hospital in Kills. To me, the part that takes me out is the whole Tivoli backstory. The
backstory, and then Tommy getting a little crazy talking to everybody.
How do you confuse Danny DeVito with Michael Myers? I don't understand.
I mean, he's running he's running around like he's the Penguin. He's like,
and that guy just died too, right? He just passed away, right?
Died right before. I think right before it was released, he died. I think he died before it came out.
I mean, rest in peace. I'm sorry, but
no. Yeah.
What about you, Colin? Number
6 for me is Halloween Kills.
There you go.
Flashback scene.
Yeah.
Outstanding. Brilliant. Even the extended cut, the scene where Michael stand behind the bush as Lonnie goes towards him. Awesome stuff.
I love that scene.
That was so cool. So cool. Like yourself, I just wanted to stay in that era and just not leave it at all. And for me, Kills, I actually can watch that one out of the new trilogy the most. Not just for the flashback scene, but just for entertainment value, and obviously the kills itself within the movie, very well executed. Christopher Nelson does a brilliant job, especially in the truck scene. The knife in the eye sequence, fucking outstanding.
Yes.
Really, really cool.
Yeah.
You know, obviously we all know about the dialogue. I'm not going to go into that because it's just pitiful. But overall, for me, I can watch that the most out of the new trilogy, just for pure entertainment. Yeah, Mars is great in that. I mean, the whole sequence with Lindsay at the riverside is
Yes.
fucking. That's so well done, so well executed. The atmosphere, the tension, you know, just the sounds of the crickets in the background. Awesome stuff. Really cool.
Very nice.
Lighting and everything in that scene.
Yeah, lighting superb. Superb.
I there's something about a pissed off Myers that I love. I just love he's pissed.
Yeah, yeah.
He's mad.
He walks out of that house with on fire.
Yes.
Fucking gold. Absolute gold. Brilliant.
That's the best version of Myers, in my opinion. Just pissed off.
Yeah.
Ah,
Yeah.
So good.
That
Well, I
whole
guess
sequence is awesome.
my next one is going to be simple. I had to put this one where it is because Halloween 3 is my next one, and it's
Thank you, Joe. Thank you, Joe.
You know, what is that? 6? 1, 2, 3,
3
4,
people are
that's
dead
6, right?
tonight.
So it's middle of the ground. It's not of the worst. It's not of.
Thank you, Joe.
But it's a decent film. I enjoy it. The more and more we talk about it, the more and more, because right now we're doing the novelization. And Pat, I wanted to say thank you for kicking ass the other day, solo.
Oh, yes,
Yeah, Pat.
he covered for us.
Yeah,
like he always does.
Yeah, everybody bailed out on me. I'm like,
I know,
by myself.
Because we're doing the novel, we're covering the novelization of Halloween 3, and us reading that, and I did do my homework on that. It makes me like and appreciate the movie even more. So instead of it being ranked so low for me, it's middle ground. So H3, man, is my number 6 for sure.
Yeah,
Very
Joe
cool.
brought up a good
Yeah.
point. If you read that book, there's a lot more in-depth Dr. Chalice in that book. It's worth
Yes.
reading. It's watch our previous episodes, or if you get caught up, watch our current one when we go next year to finish it.
Yeah.
That's what I tell people. If you don't have the book, you don't have the time, we're basically giving you Cliff Notes.
Yeah,
Yes.
and there's the
Yeah.
YouTube. Just listen to the YouTube video.
The YouTube,
the
yeah.
guy. Pat puts it in the link. Yeah.
I actually have a copy here, but I haven't read it in years. Probably since the 80s.
It's awesome.
Yeah,
So,
I like it. I love all the novelizations. They're fun to read, and it's great because we just sit there and talk about the novel and
Yeah,
how things
yeah.
change from the novel to the film and what they should have put in, what would have been better if they didn't put in. So it's just a lot of fun. My number 5. Yeah, this is where it's going to start getting controversial for people. For my number 5 is Halloween 4. Yeah, it's number 5, and it's. I was waiting for Joe to be like, I do like this movie. It's not that I don't like it, but the movie's ahead of it. I just enjoy a little bit more. I mean, I believe me, I was there opening night with my brother and some friends. Super excited when they brought Myers back in '88. We couldn't wait to see it. I loved it. Still love it. I love the movie. Love the twist ending. That was a shocker. Nobody saw that shit coming. We loved Ellie Cornell. I love Bo Starr as the sheriff. I thought he was a good updated sheriff. You know,
Yeah, he was a good sheriff. Yeah,
he was great in that. Ellie Cornell was top notch as a final girl, cute as hell. Yes, very easy on the eyes as was Kathleen Kinmont. So some good eye candy, but the biggest booby snub in history
Fuck
because
off,
we didn't get to see those knobs. You know, fuck off, Wade.
It's,
So we didn't get
yeah, it's arguably the best poster after the first one, I think, too.
best poster. Oh, that was also the best scam because you saw the poster, you thought he was going to get that mask, and then you saw Ronald McDonald without his makeup. You were like, "What the fuck is that?"
But there's always Bucky, so it ranks.
Bucky is the best. There's my Bucky helmet right there.
Yeah,
We love Bucky.
we love Bucky.
Yeah, we want to put we're going to start a Kickstarter because we want a Bucky figure.
You want a Trick or Treat Studios?
Halloween shit with me.
I love
Our
it.
beloved Bucky.
I want a Trick or Treat Bucky's hat. That's what I want. Hard hat. That's right.
What do you got, Joe? Brady?
Yeah, I'm just thinking to myself, some people are going to say, how the hell could you put this over Halloween 3? But it goes back to it goes back to what we were saying, where you were at in your life. This was right around the time I was going to see R-rated movies at age 8, which was unheard of, but no, not unheard of. But my brother would take me to them. I have Halloween 5. Sorry, I have Halloween 5. I grew to like it. It scared the laundry chute scared the shit out of me. That thing when I first saw that, it's still
It's a great scene. It's a great scene.
Great scene. I thought the what the fuck moment at the end of the movie was just something to see where are they going to go with this. But, Dominique Othen Gerard, I don't know what the hell was going on with him, but I like, what a part I always laugh at is Michael, the boyfriend Michael is just, he hears Tina just call his name out of nowhere as he's driving that loud ass car. What?
That is great. What?
Yeah.
Nowhere.
And then you got the character actor that plays the one deputy that is with Jamie in the house. I forgot the actor's name, but he's Roger Predactor in Ace Ventura. Remember that
He's Roger Predactor. Yeah, he was also on he was on one of those hospital shows. He was on that too.
He's a principal in Twin Peaks at the beginning when he's announcing to the school about Laura Palmer dying. And he just breaks down there. It's kind of one of his better acting jobs there. But
exactly, James.
I don't mind the mask either. A lot of people won't like it. There's too much neck, but I didn't mind it all. I like Don Shanks. I thought he was pretty damn cool. So
his performance as Myers, I don't have a problem with that. I don't think he gets a lot of hate for it, but to me, it's just a mask. I mean, it's Greg Nicotiro's face.
Yeah, you know what? The crying thing is absolutely ridiculous. I don't know.
That was horrible.
I don't know if you guys brought that up. Yeah. I don't know if you did before, but
it's like
let me
single tear.
Shut up. Yeah, let me sniff my finger.
Uncle.
No, stop.
I love the scene where Loomis is talking to him though in the forest. Though I thought that was awesome.
Go home,
and you see him.
Where it all began.
I'm drunk. Come on,
let's go have a drink. Where it all began.
Okay, now that I got that out of my system, thinking that I put that over Halloween 3. Anyways, Halloween 5. Let's go past now, please.
Yeah, I know that's true. You did. Brett. Hold on a second. Let me cross Brett Patrick out of my will. Okay.
Yes,
that's right.
Please
no
do.
More,
please
no
do.
more Atari game for you, Brett. No more Atari game.
Yeah.
Hey! That almost that could have happened.
It could have happened. It was close.
I broke it to the wife the other day that it almost happened. And
that motherfucker shot up to like $3,500 or some shit.
Yeah.
It was $3,500.
It went off for 3,037. 3037.
Was it? Damn.
Yeah.
You know the exact number.
Yeah, he was watching it.
Pat and I had a drunk night talking about it. If I was gonna.
This is true. Yeah, we were seeing talking about.
I bet you could get it for that price. I'm like, can I do it? You think so? You think I can do it?
I was a chill. I'm like, come on, you can do it. You. I'm like, you can win, Rock.
$3,000 for an Atari game? No, sir.
Nope.
No. Sir.
Oh, wait a second though. You did tell the wife. What was the wife's reaction?
She's like, how hig'd you go? And I go, you don't want to know. I told her not even half. I told her not even half. She's like, oh.
Smart man.
Yeah, no, that's not going to happen. Otherwise, you won't be seeing me in a few months. I'll be dead. Anyways, sorry about that. Yes.
Oh, Colin, number 5.
Right, my number 5 is Halloween 2018.
Okay.
Again, a lot of expectations for it, a lot of hype at the time. Got to the cinema. The first watch, I actually really enjoyed it. And then I noticed very quickly on subsequent watches, it started to get very boring very quick. Now, in saying that, it's probably the most Halloween-esque out of the whole trilogy in terms of certain sequences, especially the sequence in Elrod's backyard with its security light.
Yeah.
That's one of the best Michael Myers moments in that film.
Yes.
Really, really well done, well executed. Oscar's death's pretty cool. And of course, when Allison runs away and that soundtrack kicks in and the bows on the guitar, fucking awesome. Really, really cool. But like I said, over and over, if you watch it a few times, the more you watch it, for me anyway, it gets a bit boring. It just seems it doesn't hold up that well. And like I said earlier, that's probably why I watch Kills more, because it has more going on and has more entertainment value. But I think out of the trilogy, Halloween 2018 is probably the most technically probably the best out of the trilogy. You know.
Did you like the Laurie Strode being like the Rambo type? Did that bother you, or it did? Or?
The whole Linda Hamilton thing.
Yeah,
it was okay. I thought it was a bit over the top, and that's probably why I preferred Laurie and Ann's the best, because she was more like the Laurie we all love and know.
Yeah, she got past it. Yeah.
Yeah, it's found her a bit cringy at times. And again, the dialogue, which we're going to get to later anyway. Some of the dialogue without that whole series is cringe, just pure cringe.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, that's my number 5, Halloween 2018 or 2018.
Very nice.
What
All right,
about you
Caleb,
guys over
you
at the gas station?
Number 5. Okay.
Caleb's number 5.
Number 5, just kind of piggybacking off of what you said about Halloween Kills. That's my number 5, Halloween Kills. It is just damn entertaining. That's really all it is. It's not it's not super well done. They didn't try and reinvent the wheel, in my opinion. They just kind of made a Halloween movie. You've got all the callbacks to Halloween 3 and even the prior ones. Wasn't Anthony Michael Hall? He was Tommy Doyle in that one.
Mm-hmm.
Right? That was cool.
Yeah.
And some of the kills were really good.
Yeah.
And it was just campy. 2018, I felt like it took itself a bit too seriously at times. And then kind of saying Laurie Strode was Rambo, that was a little over the top.
Little.
And then she clearly got humanized, if you will, in the last one. But yeah, Halloween Kills. It was a good time. It's not the best, not the worst, but it's on the upper tier in my book.
Nice. I like that. Great, good breakdown. My number 5 is just going to be Keep It Simple, H2O. For me, it was kind of like a film that, for how old I am, it kind of stuck around with me because that's what I had at the time. That's all I had.
Yeah.
Sure. And
yeah.
I love Creed in any movie. I love the movie if Creed's in it. I love the fact that we got, I like Jamie with her little short hair, her little, Ellen DeGeneres haircut. There you go.
She had the same haircut as her son.
Her son.
Trading Places haircut.
That's right. And, what the fuck?
Little brother haircut.
And LL Cool J was cool. And the mask was trash. It was very Scream-esque because it's a product of its time. But yeah, that's my number 5. In the top 5, H2O.
Yeah, Josh Hartnett had the haircut. I'm showing my age. He had the Cousin Oliver haircut from Brady Bunch.
He gives 2 quick jabs though to Michael, which were like, "Whoa, those were fast."
Yeah. uppercut, body blow.
No, but Scream was so big at that time, Joe. Yeah, Scream was the thing. I think Scream 2 came out right at that time.
Yeah.
Yeah, Scream 2 was 98. Yeah.
The scene where he's walking on the tables is very the sound and all that effects. It's very Scream-esque. It's just like it was kind of cheesy in a way. Very very Screamish.
And that was originally written for part 4.
When
they go into the schoolhouse, that was originally part of the part 4 script.
Right. That's right. They regurgitated.
Very cool. My number. So here we go. I'm going to start firing shots. My number 4 is, and now these 2 are the hardest ones for me to is number 4 and number 3. These are the ones that I just labored over. So I'm going to go with number 4, Halloween 3.
Wow, really?
Yeah, I love Halloween 3. Yeah. I know it's not part of the technically the canon or whatever, but it's still very nostalgic for me. Just like we all have our love for Friday 5, and it's really not Jason. I mean, although he's emulating him, but I love Halloween 3. When I first saw it in the theater, I enjoyed the movie, but I don't know if you watched any of the other podcasts, Colin. I told a story how I was sitting in the theater in '82 with some friends, and we were watching it, and we're just like, "Are we in the right theater? Where's Myers?" Flash forward 40 years later, I'm in the theater with my daughter. She came to see Halloween Ends with me. And about 45 minutes in, she looks at me, she goes, "Dad, where's Michael Myers?" It was like a 40 years to the date. It was hysterical. I go, I know. So but I've come to love it over the years, especially now as we doing the book club again. That's probably why it was in the top of my head. And I just enjoy it. I love Tom Atkins too.
Tom Atkins rules, man.
Tom Atkins rules. I love Tom Atkins in it. I love Stacey Nelkin in it. The late great Dan O'Herlihy as Connell Cochran was unbelievable. He was just great. He's such an evil performance he played in that. And one of my favorite Carpenter soundtracks.
We got Dick Warlock in there too.
Dick Warlock is in there, so you do get your Halloween too. A little bit of Dick. Nothing wrong with Dick.
And you got
I-
Tom Atkins' real life wife in the room next door while he's with the other woman.
Yeah, every movie should have a little dick in it.
You dick!
Dick.
Dirty old man.
Yeah.
So what was that?
So-
That was what, number 4, right, Pat? Yeah. Is that
Yeah,
where we're
4.
at?
That's number 4. Yep.
Number 4 is Halloween 4. How about that? Oh my God, Halloween 4.
Oh.
Dwight Little's. I think he's an underrated filmmaker. He's done some good stuff for me. You know, I love that Brandon Lee movie he did, Rapid Fire, and I think he did Showdown in Little Tokyo. One of the two.
Yeah.
Happy Father's Day, Dr. Chalice. Yeah, Father of the Year.
But yeah, the ending to it, you know, the mask can go without the mask, but the mood and atmosphere in
Big time. Yeah.
is so damn good. The score is so damn good. Alan Howarth did a great job, and also it's got my guy Michael Pataki, right, from Rocky 4, Halloween 4, The Connection. There we go, baby. And then is he typing not Michael A. Myers, Michael M. Myers, right?
Michael M. Myers.
Yeah.
But yeah, Halloween 4, number 4. What you got, Colin?
Michael could have been thrown from the bus.
I'm the exact same as you. Number 4. Halloween
nice.
4. For me, again, back at the time, I was so pumped when I first heard that Michael Myers was coming back in the mid-80s. As a teenager, I was like, fucking holy shit, happy days. This is going to be great. And like a lot of people, the poster misled everybody regarding the mask and things. So when I finally got to see it, it must have been 1989 over here because I had to wait till it came out in VHS to see it. I was still too young to go to the cinema. I would have been 14 when it first came out.
Yeah.
So when I seen it VHS, I did like the movie overall, but like a lot of people, the mask threw me off. Even back then when I was young, I still this doesn't feel like the first 2 films. You know, but over the years I've grown to love it, you know, for what it was. It's probably still one of the strongest sequels. And obviously Donald Pleasance is in it. He's just fucking great in it. You know, some good sequences, the whole rooftop sequences, you know, nail-biting stuff, tension's good. The score's decent, and the opening credits is probably one of the best out of the franchise.
Yes.
And that ambient undertone score there is just brilliant the way it's used. And the lighting of the autumn sky, the fall sky is so good.
Yeah,
So
the
good.
color. Yeah.
Yeah, it's really, really good. Yeah, so that's my number 4.
Do you
Very cool.
do you have one of the 10 novelizations that has come out of Halloween 4? Do you have any of the novelizations?
Who, me?
Yes, Colin. Yeah, sorry.
No. I've seen them. I've seen them for sale on Amazon a couple of times. I was going to pick them up, but always forget about it and end up buying something else. But I'll get round to it eventually.
I think Pat, there will be another version coming out soon, right?
You know what? I was actually going to reach out to Nicholas Grabowski, see if we can get him on the show. Maybe when we
Nice
start
guy.
doing the Halloween 4 stuff.
Yeah, because
well, the reason why is because he still has the rights to Halloween 4. That's why he put out all those all those different versions. So why not?
Didn't know
Hey,
that.
if you make a buck on it, why not? That's why there's there's 3 versions, right, Brett? There's 3.
Yeah, I
The
think
original-
there's technically 3. I just was joking.
There's like the deluxe and
And then Ultimate Edition, I think he put
the ultimate
out.
one.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I've seen them on Amazon a couple of times, yeah.
Stefan, I was kidding. There's only 3, like Pat said. It just I kept on getting.
We like to
Nicholas-
exaggerate.
Yes. Sorry about that.
Yeah.
What do you guys? What about you guys over in Texas?
Number 4, good.
Okay, number 4. I'm gonna ruffle some feathers with this one. I know, but I gotta go. Rob Zombie's Halloween, the first one.
What?
The first one. So I'm a.
That's his
I know,
age.
Hear me out, guys. Okay, now the first.
Okay.
Rob Zombie's
It's the age,
Halloween,
yeah.
It's It wasn't the first one I saw. It was the third one I saw. The third one in the franchise, and it was my second Rob Zombie movie. I had seen an edited version of Devil's Rejects on TV, so that didn't even do it justice. But I watched this, and I'm all, holy shit, because the first Halloween, no blood at all, nothing. So I wasn't really prepared, and then just watching it over the years. I love William Forsythe as the dad. Sid Haig as the guy working at the. The cemetery. That was pretty badass. I enjoyed that. And I love it's like a shot-for-shot remake almost. And so you've got Don't Fear the Reaper, that's still in there.
Yeah.
My one complaint with it was Sherry Moon as a stripper was kind of strange. And then I felt like the kid was he wasn't menacing at all. He was a pudgy little thing with stringy blonde hair. Like, come on. So that was kind of lame. I didn't expect him to turn into, the whole badass killer Michael Myers. And then, he spins out and becomes 7-foot Tyler Mane. So how does that work?
Yeah, in terms of this hulking beast.
Little scene with Ken Foray in the toilet. That was great too. I have a soft spot for that movie. I like it.
It's a good point. No,
I can't wait
like
till I hear number 3, 2, and 1 from this guy. I love this. And don't change your answers. Don't change your answers. Joe, check his answers.
No, he's rifting right now. He's just coming off top of his dome. That's great.
That's awesome. No,
great.
that's awesome.
I love it.
He's defending his likeness. Awesome.
I love it. It's awesome being around you guys because you guys know your shit. I was like, he told me about the podcast and some fans, and I was like, okay, this is gonna be cool. Nah, these guys, y'all are experts. Y'all started pulling out the novelizations. I was all, fuck.
You're like, oh shit.
What did I step into here?
Look at the back of our places.
I know.
We have problems.
He does kill a spy kid in that movie, yeah.
He does kill a spy kid, Stefan. Yes.
Oh, yeah. No, that was a good choice, man. My number 4 is going to be 2018. Just because I remember how epic it was for me when it first came out. And it was a really big event for my life at the time. And that movie brought me back to loving horror movies again because, I was going through a lot at the time. And this movie means so much to me because it brought me back to some sense of being normal again and having that desire, man. He gets the mask back from the trunk. Whatever you can say about it, I'm just glad that he was back. And that's how I look at that film, that the franchise is back. So that's my number 4, man. Fucking top
Very
5.
cool.
It's got to be in the top. Got to be.
Yeah, and I'm right there with you. My number 3 is 2018. That movie took me right back to being a kid and seeing Halloween for the first time because, of course, it's got its flaws, but of course, I totally agree. The over-the-top Rambo. I mean, for something that theoretically happened one night 40 years ago, and you've lived as this, this wacko for the past 40 years is a little bit far-fetched. I mean, I could have seen a little bit of where she had maybe some flashbacks, like in H2O. They did it a little bit better. But I could see her being on her guard, but not the way she was. Sort of like Colin was saying, a little bit more level-headed the way she was in Ends.
Yeah.
But to me, it took me right back. I love James Jude Courtney was just knocked in that fucking park, man. It took me right back to seeing Nick Castle. And of course, the mask was great. The writing, not bad. Of course, I thought they could have really used the Sartain character a better way. And of course, the whole dick move where he puts the mask on and tries to kill Hawkins. Just a bad plot twist there. Totally unnecessary.
The Turkish actor, yeah.
Yeah, great soundtrack. Yeah, like you said, Shape Hunts Allison, just amazing. There was some cool kills, some fun kills, and it wasn't too over the top. The kills, they were. I like the callbacks too. Where he kills a woman who's supposed to be Mira, like a Mrs. Elrod. That whole POV shot. So it was shot well. It was written well. Of course, it has some stupid lines in it because David Gordon Green. All 3 movies have their bad lines, and we're getting to that tonight. So stick around for that. We're going to be going over the worst lines in the trilogy. But to me, it's just when I watch it, it's nostalgic for me. It just takes me right back to, being young again, seeing Halloween 1 and 2 because they really brought it back. Albeit it sucks that they could have still really kept. I think if you still had the brother sister angle in there, it still wouldn't have been that much of a different film. Yeah. Because he still could have been locked up for trying to kill her.
Yeah.
And albeit you wouldn't have had the Sartain twist where he's trying to bring him. That was their vehicle to get Myers to her. Well, they could have just got rid of that whole trailer trash piece of shit where, he's wants to know what it feels like to kill, which was nonsense. They could have just made the brother sister thing, and it really wouldn't have changed the film all that much, except for that aspect of it. So that is my number 3.
Right with you, Pat. We can add that one to a matching one, 2018. I will say this movie, they made some appropriate changes to what was originally to be done, which we've probably all heard and read. Like
Mhm.
the beginning of the movie was originally going to be them reshooting the ending of 78. Thank God they didn't go that
God,
route.
they didn't do that.
And the original ending that they have, where Michael gets it with their, he gets the dart through him, or the whatever, and he goes and just drifts off and dies on a rock or whatever they say.
Supposedly, yeah.
Supposedly does. I think the ending that they went with, they reshot or whatever, if they just shot it at the same time and just chose one, that's a better ending. The one
Much
that
better.
they went with, much better ending. But yeah, I don't mind the mood. I guess I really would have liked this somehow if they could have done in California, but it's so expensive to shoot in California, so that's a minor point, But Christopher Nelson's probably some of the best masks next to the first two movies, easily.
Mhm.
He kicked ass with these masks. And Carpenter coming back to do the music, oh god, his son and those guys, they kicked ass, man. They kicked ass. So yeah, 2018, my number 3.
Absolutely.
Very nice.
Very cool.
Right. So
Yeah,
my
Tom.
number 3 is number 3, Halloween 3.
Nice.
I love this film.
I'm right there, man. I was like, oh man, it's got to be one or the other, and I'm like, oh. Yeah, I'm right there with you.
It's just such a great film. Obviously at the beginning, most people didn't really know what the hell was going on because there was no Mars in it. And I remember again hearing it out on VHS as a kid. Must have been 8 years old when I first seen it. And I had the same reaction, but at the same time, I still enjoyed it. But it wasn't one that I sort of heard out that much ever again, probably up until the 90s. And from then onwards, I just began to love the film. You seen it for what it was, just how cool it was shot, the atmosphere of it. Even though Tom Lee Wallace directed it, it feels like a Carpenter movie.
Especially the way it ends, to me.
Yeah. The score is one of the best out of the whole franchise. I mean, the atmosphere of that.
We had Dean
score.
Cundy too. That's why. Yeah.
Dean Cundy as well. The lighting of it is just, it's got Carpenter all over it. It's such a great film. I'm so glad people have become to love the film, because it does deserve the love that it gets these days. Yeah. Such a great film.
Very good.
Would you, what would be your direction if they were going to do something like a spin-off of it or a remake? Would there be a preferably thing you would, if they were going to do something, what would you want them to do? I'm sure you'd probably say nothing, but
I don't really think it needs any. I don't think it needs to be touched.
Okay.
I have the same opinion on The Thing. I don't think they should do The Thing.
Yeah.
Or a sequel or anything. If they were to do it again, I would probably go with totally new actors. I wouldn't bring Atkins back because he's too old now. And this would be like shoehorning him in these days. For me, I don't think it would work that well. Depends on his role and how big the role was. Yeah. But overall, they'll probably have, for me, if they retread it, they sort of booted it a wee bit, and then went off on their own path to say what happened after the phone call to the TV stations and how that all transpired. Many kids did die, whatever, and just take it from there. Gotcha. I mean, maybe do like a 3 or 4 part TV series. You could do it in 4 hours, flesh it out a bit more. Maybe have Atkins in it somewhere just for a cameo. Yeah, but yeah, it'd be pretty cool to see.
Yeah, but I always thought that they could go with, believe it or not, if they don't bring Atkins back, they can mention it. Maybe it's still set in the same area, which was Sierra Madre, I think it was the name of the town. But you also got to remember, Cochran could come back. He didn't die.
Yeah.
Remember, he's a warlock. He just disappears. It's like evil just went away. What if he comes back? Yeah. And you could easily do that. Obviously, it wouldn't be Conal Cochran because Denoi Hurley, he's long gone, but it could be somebody, maybe it's another warlock like him, or somebody,
you can tap into that whole, you tap into the whole Celtic mythology thing.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, there's so many things you could do with that. It'd be interesting to see if they could develop that.
Would it be better as a series, like a Halloween anthology TV series?
Not
definitely be better, not a film.
Yeah, sure, yeah.
Yeah, and James, exactly. It felt like a Halloween film. That was my problem with H2O. It doesn't feel like a Halloween film. The atmosphere wasn't there, but it feels like a Halloween film. They make you feel like you're in one just because the way it's shot.
Yeah, absolutely.
Cool.
Very nice.
Okay, what say you guys?
All right, number 3, Mr. Kills.
Okay. I was thinking about this. I don't. The more y'all talk about it, the more I stew on it. I gotta go 2018. 2018. I still think it took itself too seriously. I do, but it's like it was just in its time. 40 years after the original. As soon as you see him in the prison, and then it cuts to black, and you hear the music again, and you see the fucking credits. It is just.
I like that opening. Yep.
And
say something.
There were some good kills. I did enjoy that. And James Jude Courtney can play a mean Myers. He is just menacing as hell. And I like how obviously Nick Castle and Tony Moran were younger in the first one. But James Jude Courtney's been around the block a few times, so he just knows how to play the shape. And he killed it. And not to mention Carpenter back on the score. It was fantastic. So,
very cool.
Very nice, man. Damn. Yeah, my number 3. You guys know my affinity for this movie. Obviously, I love it so much that I have to get it inked on my body. Little shout out to Danielle Harris because she'll be here when
July 15th.
July 15th. She's gonna be here, and we're gonna be coming back to see her here at the gas station. With that being said, my number 3 is H4. H4, baby.
Very cool.
All day, every day, because I know the mask is what it is. You get that pink weird one with the white hair, whatever the hell.
In the school.
Yeah,
in the school.
And all that weird shit. Dr. Loomis, I think, is in top form outside of the next movies we're about to mention. Danielle Harris, great kid performance. We all know that. The ending scene for me is the best ever. When he's yelling, "No!" It's kind of like the same scene when Chalice is doing "Stop It." He's like, "Stop it!" And then Loomis is like, "No! No!" It's the same kind of climactic finish. It's super like over the top, you know? He's like, "No! No!"
Joe, do you imagine if like when they find Ted Hollister, right? You imagine if one of the other guys in the truck was doing the Loomis thing, "No!" It's Ted Hollister.
You dumb bastard. You dumb bastard. You said it was too. I love H4, man. Kicks ass. We all love Danielle Harris. We all do. So, yeah, that's my number 3.
I think, Pat, you got to get that Loomis. No, that's got to be one.
Yeah, I have to get that off there. I'll have it for next one.
Oh, shit.
And for me, my number, well, I think it's probably going to be unanimous, our last 2, because I don't either. They all did, none of them have appeared. They have not been said yet. So from just deductive reasoning, for me, obviously, number 2 is Halloween 2. First movie I ever saw in the theater. First Halloween I ever saw in the theater. Actually, first horror movie I ever saw in the theater. And scared the shit out of me. Like I said, I was 9 years old. And because it does feel like a continuation of the movie, the way it's shot, picking up right at the end of the original, albeit somehow, some way, Myers gets shot 7 times, but that's somebody obviously can't count when they're doing editing. But it feels like you can just watch them as one long film. It just blends in because he brought everybody back, and he had Dean Cundy, so you had the same look of everything. You had Donald Pleasance. Yeah, I mean, everybody could argue, "Oh, Jamie Lee Curtis didn't do much." Well, she's in the hospital. She's not. She really can't do all that much. Granted that she had that bad wig because she cut her hair short, but that's neither here nor there. But it's just, it feels like an extension of the original, and it's just shot the same way. There's some great scares, some classic scenes. I think it was number 1. Was it? Well, actually, it was number 1 or number 2 when we did our top 5 boobs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got a good point about that, so hold that thought.
Yeah. So I mean, just knocked that out of the park with the boobs. One of our favorite characters, Bud Scarlatti. I mean, Leo Rossi. If you guys haven't met Leo Rossi in person, go meet him. He's a ball of fun. He's such a cool guy to hang out with. So I just love everything about this movie. There's nothing that I don't like about it. It's just beyond nostalgia for me. So that is easily my number 2, and it'll never move from that spot.
Same here. Yeah, number 2's too damn good. 1981, it was a good year. The year I was born. So it was all right.
Oh, sure. Make me feel old. Bastard.
Damn.
That was just terrible to do. I'm sorry. Joe, you're younger than me. You two are younger than me.
That's okay. Where I said Brett Patrick's Eye of the Will, I'm just underlining it again. That's all.
Just underline it again. Hey, the movie's near perfect except for the girl that has to get the ride home from Nurse Karen. Gets Karen in trouble. I hate seeing Nurse Karen get in trouble. Didn't like that.
Yeah. Can't you get Eddie Lee?
Yeah. Well, I'll just stick with Halloween 1981. Halloween 2, 1981. Colin, you ready, buddy?
I gotta go with you two as well. Halloween 2, still the best sequel. Never been topped. I don't think it ever will be topped.
Yep.
By this stage, I don't think they're ever going to do it. Just like what you guys said, there's not a bad thing you can say about this film. It has the odd thing in it, but overall, it's classic. Yeah. It's just one of the best sequels. One of the best sequels for me, along with Jaws 2. They're two of the best sequels.
Yeah, I've seen the post.
Yep. I love Jaws 2. Come on.
Jaws 2.
Jaws 2 is a very good sequel.
It is a good sequel.
Yeah, so good. So good. Yep. Halloween 2 all the way. Yeah. That version of that soundtrack is awesome as well.
The soundtrack, exactly. I didn't even say the soundtrack.
So
You're right.
So good.
I love that.
It's just scarier with that synth. It's just
yeah.
I still love that Death Waltz LP with where he's got the nurse's hat on. I still love that for whatever reason. I don't know why.
Yeah.
It's Stephen fired shot.
Yeah.
Get ready to kill me. His number 2 is 1978.
Hey,
wow.
Stephen, it's your opinion, but whatever.
Opinion. There's people that need help. But there's a lot of people that put H4 at the top of their list because I've mentioned before. To me, whatever movie you tend to see is usually your gateway. So if you put number 4 at the top because that's the movie you first saw, because let's face it, 1 and 2 were, I told the story how I showed it to my kids. I'm like, guys, what'd you think? They're like, because everything's so amped up and everything nowadays is just and back then it was a different world. So for us, it was like, wow. So I get it, and that's totally fine.
How was it, honey?
Yeah, I was like, guys, what do you think? My daughter's like, she's like, I'm like, like, get the hell out of my house. Get the hell out.
I was talking about MB. How was it, honey?
Oh, that's what my daughter did. That's exactly what my daughter did. I'm telling you. It must be a girl thing because when I showed it to her, she was like, I'm like, what do you mean?
No, you get it. Of course I get it. Never mind. Okay.
Yeah.
So
your neighbors in the house, Joe.
What's up, brother?
Number 2, I gotta go. So I'm gonna go. It's weird. Like I'm gonna put 2B, Halloween 2, 2A, Halloween 3.
Yeah.
Okay, I like Halloween 3, and I realized I can't count, and so
I thought we were gonna have a Halloween. I thought we were gonna have a Halloween resurrection moment again here. I was scared.
Oh God, my heart can't take that. Please.
Yeah, Halloween Kills will be out, so bump everything down. But yeah, so 2B, Halloween 2, 2A, Halloween 3, and me and Joe were just talking about this, but I think we're like we come in. We knew Michael Myers wasn't going to be in Halloween 3, so we were a little more prepared to that. So going in.
Right.
I know I'm watching a movie with Michael Myers, and it's just, to me, it's the quintessential Halloween movie, as in the season, not the franchise, but the season. You've got the killer jingle, a earworm. You've got the 3 masks, of course, and then you've got just some of the cinematography, like the one shot of the 3 trick-or-treaters walking in the sunset. That's Halloween right there. Halloween as a kid. That's right. But not to mention Tom Atkins. Shout out to Tom Atkins. He was a cameo in Creepshow. That's why God made Father's Day. So
that's right.
I like it.
Yeah, bro.
It's the non-stash Atkins too. No stash.
Yeah.
No porn stash on him.
Nick Castle. Yeah, Tom Atkins. Right. Like the fog.
The fog. That's right.
Very nice. Very well put, man. Real quick, shout out to Frostbite. He just got married yesterday, everybody. My neighbor.
Oh, that was
my neighbor.
Joe, that was the wedding you posted pictures from? That was him? Oh, wow.
Yeah,
awesome.
That was the neighbor.
Congratulations.
Yeah. Yes, sir. So let's see
man,
here.
we should have done something special. Dang it.
Yeah.
I know. It's Father's Day. Shout out to all of the fathers, too. But no, my number 2, just like I think Stefan, Raquel, whatever.
Stefan Raquel.
Stefan. I think I think
man.
we agree that I got H1 as my number 2, and the only reason
right.
is
Thank you.
I
Good night.
remember watching.
Take him out of the will, Pat. Take him out of the will, Pat. Take him out of the will.
Oh, he's gone.
It's not
Gone.
for shock value. It's not for shock value. Caleb has been looking at my list since he walked in.
Oh man, yeah.
Excuse me while I whip this out.
Whip that out. What? But the reason why is because H2 for me, I remember watching it for the first time, and it was the first one of me. That's what made me be scared of hospitals. I remember hating that, and I remember watching the hot tub scene, and I just remember loving what I saw. Like that was like,
Who wouldn't?
oh my god, like it was just amazing. Like the kills and all that stuff as a young lad, I was like, I love this movie, man. Like I fucking love this movie, and that's why you compare it to H1. It's not as gory because we already know it didn't have as much and all that shit. H2 just kind of picked up now. So that's my number 2 and H1. Fun.
Stop it.
Stop it. Just playing.
All right. This could be fast because obviously, what's my number 1? My number 1, there's nothing. I don't think there's anything more to be said about it. You know, it's been a part of my life for 43 years. I tell everybody, I'm like, I go up. It's been part of my life longer than my kids. I mean, come on, and my wife. And it doesn't annoy the shit out of me. It doesn't. Well, actually, it kind of does bleed me dry, just like they do. So I can't go that route. But I don't think there's anything to be said. It's just to me, it's the perfect film. There's really no flaws. I mean, it has its flaws because we've done that before, where there's a little mistakes and goofs and gaffes, but that's the charm of it.
Cigarette smoke, guys hanging out on porches, things like
Yeah,
that.
that's the charm of it. That you, it's just
Yeah.
palm trees. Yeah, it makes it fun because you're always looking to see if you can find something that somebody hasn't found yet. Yeah.
Yeah, and also some of that now high definition 4K, you're seeing all that stuff. They never knew stuff like that was going to be coming out at this time. So yeah, you could see a wrench in, if that's Nick Castle's hand. I don't know. It's probably Tommy Lee Wallace. I can't remember, of course, but yeah.
So what do you?
Sorry. Yeah, sorry. Save. Well, there's only one left, right?
There's only one.
Yeah, I saw it. Believe it or not, the summer before Halloween 4 came out. So I figured I saw 1 and 2 back to back when my brother was having a sleepover with friends. So I saw them at a very young age, and I can say I was very much an experience seeing him at a young age like that, and I guess traumatizing some, but they hit home. I thought the movies were over after that, of course, and then all of a sudden Saturday morning watching TV, and they show R-rated trailers back then during the day. So I saw the preview. I'm like, they're bringing. How the hell is he coming back? And sure enough, my brother took me to go see it with his friends, and the rest is history. So yeah,
very nice.
All-time favorite movie for most of us here, I'm sure. Colin, is it your favorite movie of all time, or no?
Yeah, the favorite horror film of all time. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
Sorry.
definitely. Yeah.
Your turn, my friend. You're our guest here, so you go.
Well, like you two guys, obviously it's number 1. The first time I seen it would have been 1982, and I was staying at my cousin's house, and we hired out the first one and the second one, so I got to see both of them for the first time together.
Oh wow!
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so that's where it all began for me. Yeah, petrified, absolutely fucking petrified. There's no film that's ever given me that kind of feeling before or since. 2 have came close, but those first 2 original Halloween films just knocked it out of the park. From everything from the music to how Myers looked, the atmosphere, and obviously seeing it in an unfamiliar house. It was somewhere else, and I was staying over at somebody else's house, and I couldn't sleep for about a week. Seriously, it scared the shit out of me that much, and I was obsessed ever since. I mean, at least for about 5 years after, I would have dreams about Myers at least 3 times a month, easily.
Oh, shit,
Only
yeah.
horror movie that gave me nightmares was Halloween 1 and 2 back in the day. The
Yeah.
only movie. No, the movie. Nope.
Yeah.
Some scared me. Like I did I did a review on the channel. The first horror movie I ever saw was Don't Be Afraid of the Dark, 73 made for TV movie. That movie never gave me nightmares, just scared the shit out of me. But Myers would be the only person that was in my dreams way before Freddy.
Yeah. Well,
Okay.
same here. Exact
funny?
same here. And the only horror film that came close to scaring me like that, oddly enough, is Amityville 2: The Possession.
Oh, next
I
week.
think I seen that in the same summer, not long after those two. And that was only like 3 films from that period that had a long lasting impression on me like that. The only film in recent memory that gave me the jitters is only because I'm afraid of heights was Fall, the film Fall that came out last year.
Oh,
That film gave me a physical reaction. I was fucking shit scared, because I can't stand heights. So that's probably my favorite film. Not the favorite film, but one of the favorites of 2022. Purely because of that physical reaction I had to the fright of the heights and everything else. So yeah, Halloween 1 and 2, Amityville 2: The Possession. They have stuck out in my head since the age of like 8 years old. Yeah. Absolutely brilliant. The first 2 Halloween films are flawless. Absolutely flawless.
Yeah, it's hard to believe here if you take out the slight nudity in the first Halloween movie. For us, that's a PG-13 movie nowadays.
Seriously.
Yeah.
It's a made for TV movie, for God's sake.
Yeah.
Okay, number 1 for you.
Okay, our Texas friends in the bottom
We're
left.
going to Texas.
Okay, everything's bigger in Texas, so my number 1 has got to be Rob Zombie's Halloween 2. I love horses, equestrian, so no, it's Halloween 1.
You thought you fooled us, didn't you, buddy?
That's a.
You fooled me, but not me, Michael.
I didn't fool anyone. Yeah, it's
I thought Joe was about ready to do something to you there.
I know. I could feel that. I was like, oh shit.
I was like,
Just playing.
you gotta go over
I mean, you guys hit it all on the head. It is the perfect movie. It's a Hitchcock thriller. You can't beat that. And I remember watching a documentary on it when I was like 7. This was before I even saw the movie, and this would pique my interest in it. And just the first time I watched it, I was blown away. And it's like chasing that dragon. I don't know if a slasher movie will make me feel that way again. And it was a little bit of, not really fear, but just excitement, because it was so cool to actually see a movie to root for the bad guy. Like, you know?
That is true.
So,
that's a good point. Yeah.
It's a fun movie.
Cool.
Love it. Damn. Okay, so let me defend
man.
this real quick.
Back to you, Joe.
It won't take long.
You and
My
Stefan.
number 1 is, of course, H2. And the reason being, as you mentioned it, Pat, and we've talked about this before, is you said it too, Colin, that I consider 1 and 2, it could be one movie altogether, right?
Yeah.
So the way I look at it is, part 2, yes, it's a separate movie. It came a couple years after the fact, but for me, it's all one and the same. So 1 and 2 are interchangeable, on anybody's list, in my opinion. Could be.
Yeah.
But for me, number 2 is number 1 because of just the kills were, just the fucking hammer to the head, the fucking the needle to the fucking temple, just all of that, the nudity, the just all the craziness, the way he stalks Lori. At the end of the film, it's just, it's like a cat going after a mouse. It's like he's toying with his prey. He could kill her at any second. And we've already talked about this, Pat, where you see him come. She can't yell, but then he comes where the red light is, and that light lights up the mask.
One of the best scenes in the franchise.
That's the best visual of that mask for me. It's just so amazing. You have the little doily of hair coming out the side, like looking menacing as shit. Like that. So important to me as a horror film fan. Like, fucking love the shit out of that movie, and it's just 1 and 2 are together, and it's just like I think it's like the big brother of part 1. It sounds stupid, but that's just kind of the way I look at it.
Rest in
Joe,
peace, Jim Tramer.
I actually, that's how I think of Rocky 1 and 2. No joke. the same way. It's like,
Yeah, exactly.
I really
That's a
don't
great
like
Yeah.
Rocky 2 as much if you don't have one, but Rocky 2 is my favorite movie of the series, arguably.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
but
Yeah,
one,
same
you
here.
needed one. So,
Same here.
Yeah, Rocky 2
That's
I
a
enjoyed.
great-
That was
great
my
example,
favorite.
brother. Yeah, I
Yeah.
love because at the
So-
end of one, he's like, no rematch. He's like, don't want one. Like it's
but it
you needed that. It's a completion.
it continues. Yeah.
Yeah, it completes it.
It's a great continuation. So
Yeah.
it's very comparable.
And just like
Yeah.
Friday the 13th, part 2 is my favorite.
Yeah,
Yeah,
same here.
The whole
another
franchise.
Like
Yeah.
part 2 is brilliant. Friday the
Yeah,
13th.
I get
part
it.
2.
the shorts, the fucking well, we ain't gonna talk about that. Whatever.
Oh,
Oh. Like two
Awesome.
get punched.
It's and
that
it's
was
to
fun.
That was great, and it's nice to see how all of our lists were. Some were diverse in certain aspects, but we weren't all pretty far off, I should say, from each other.
Yeah.
So I was definitely very cool. We're gonna do our quick. Hold on a second. Let me press the right buttons here before I screw things up.
Yeah.
We'll do our review. And Caleb, hang out for the rest of the show too. Have you ever seen They Live? Have you seen They Live? Yeah.
Yeah, of course.
Okay. All right.
Oh,
Good.
that's
'Cause
what
we do.
I was wondering if y'all wore those shirts like accidentally or. I love it.
Hi. You could say hi. Okay.
I love these guys.
Okay. I'll meet
No,
her up.
I'd love to, but I actually have to get going. But
Oh, you're still working technically, aren't you?
no, I'm off the clock now.
Oh, I was just saying we
Are
weren't.
you comping that room?
Hey, dude, I gotta say, it's been a blast. He is the nicest guy. And
I really appreciate this. Man. Thank you guys.
Yeah, man. Thank you.
No, it's good meeting you.
Dude.
Nice meeting you.
Yeah.
Yeah, good meeting you.
Anytime.
Great list, fellas. Y'all, all I can say is y'all know your shit. That is insane.
That's all we know is shit. Believe me, my
Yeah.
wife will attest to that.
Yeah.
But heck yeah, guys. Thank you.
Of course, brother.
Thank you, Joe.
Anytime, brother. And I'll
Awesome.
hit you up
Take
here.
care, man.
I'll message you on Insta.
Okay,
We'll get some shit together. All right, brother. Good to see you, man.
Very cool.
That's you.
All right.
All
We're
right.
gonna
Just come through the internet.
You too, my brother.
We're gonna go straight
brother.
into our. Each week we do a movie review, and this week we're gonna be doing They Live.
This is getting good.
Oh, and I know everybody's love for this film. Unfortunately, that's one thing I don't have. I don't have a They Live T-shirt. I'm gonna have to get one. But I'll go first real quick. It's not much to say about this film other than from the score to what's scary is the way it pertains to things that are starting to happen nowadays. It's just a little frightening. But I was excited because back in '88, I probably still was watching WWF back when it was still the WWF, and I loved Roddy Piper. I used to watch Piper's Pit every weekend. So when he was going to be in a film, I was like, "Wow, this is going to be awesome!" How would because I don't. Is he arguably? I could be wrong on this. What other wrestlers transitioned to film before him?
Before him, not really.
I don't think anybody.
Too many. Now you have a ton of them.
Yeah, now
Rock
forget
and
it.
Batista and
You have everybody
Cena.
now, but
Yeah,
I'm like, yeah, I don't think there was another one because I remember it being a big deal at the time that Roddy Piper was going to be in a film, and I'm like, all right, let's go see this. We go to the theater, and I mean, it's a shame he didn't do more movies like this because he was fantastic in this movie. He was just great.
he didn't
All
have
this
one
fights-
anywhere near it. Yeah,
Yeah, the fight scenes were great. I love the effects. The effects were used well. They weren't overbearing. With the glasses and just some of the other stuff. The subject material was great. The characters were very memorable. You remember all the characters in it because you like them. Yeah, of course. Everybody's got the famous line. Come here to kick ass and chew bubblegum when he walks into the bank. But I just love this film, and this is something that they could tap into for a part 2. Which I'm surprised they never did. It holds up. It really holds up because at the end it's very ambiguous. I mean, sure we get the girl with the nice tits riding the.
what was wrong, baby?
What's wrong, baby? So they could easily have gone and done a part 2, and I think it would do well. But for me, this movie is fantastic. So if we give a ranking from 1 to 10, I would give this a solid, Jesus, because this is one of my favorite Carpenter, probably 8.5 out of 10.
Fuck yeah.
Should go around like what we just did.
We'll go clockwise.
Yeah, Pat and I re-ranked those movies not too long ago with our friend Jeremy Todd, and this is number 4 of all time. After Halloween, Escape from New York in the Fog, ranks as number 4 for me. I'm a big wrestling fan, so it was a big deal at that time when this came out. Piper was doing this here. And Meg Foster, those eyes. Oh, God, those eyes.
Yeah, the eyes. Yeah, she didn't age well.
Holy cow.
Oh, yeah, she did not age well. Just look at her in 31.
She looks rough in Lords of Salem.
Yeah.
And in 31 too. Yeah.
She's been in the sun a lot, it looked like.
Seriously.
Yeah.
It's fucking terrifying.
Literally Leatherface.
The score.
Nukem. Introduced him to They Live.
Oh, come on, the score is awesome. Keith David, one of our great character actors.
Yes.
You know, I tell you, I still like his role in Men at Work more than this one, though, as we've talked, Joe. Right?
Yeah.
Never touch
another man's fries, motherfucker. You don't do it.
Oh God, it's so good. He's also a great voice actor too. You hear him in commercials all the time. He's great actor. But come on, the fight scene super long, entertaining as hell, right?
Yeah.
Hell, it was inspired by John Wayne's The Quiet Man, and then South Park made fun of it too, spoofed it a bit. Oh God, it got pushed back of a release. We've talked about this before because of Halloween 4 in 1988. They pushed it back 2 weeks, and or what was it? It was vice versa. I don't remember which one was first, but I know this was number 1 at the box office for 2 weeks, so that didn't happen too often for Carpenter too. So this was
true.
That was quite something. What else? It's got George Buck Flowers. Come on, he's Escape from New York, Back to the Future. He plays a homeless guy. He's in this. This is probably his biggest role of those bunch. And the ending. Come on, pure Carpenter, classic Carpenter. What the hell happened? Just all utter chaos in the world. So, yeah, I give this. This is a solid 9 for me. Solid 9 out of 10.
Nice.
Yeah.
Well, for me, I first seen it again. It was on VHS. I was too young to get into the cinema. At the time, I wasn't really that keen on it back then.
Mm-hmm.
For some reason, it didn't land with me. For me, it didn't feel like a Carpenter film at that particular time.
Mm-hmm.
But as the years went on, I've grown to love it. It's now one of my favorites. The score's awesome. Roddy Piper's brilliant in it. And of course, that whole fight scene they have in the alleyway is just fucking iconic. Epic fight scene. It's a really great movie, and the things it has to say and how we live into these days is quite frightening. It really is.
It really is.
It's scary. For me, that film stands the test of time because of that. It's becoming more relevant now than it ever did, and I could see a good idea for a sequel.
Yeah.
No, I would prefer to see a sequel to that than I would The Thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, leave The Thing be, I think. Yeah.
Yes, leave it. Just let it be. Let
the unknown work with that movie, because that's what made that movie work.
Exactly.
Yep.
You would ruin the whole end of that film. It's so good. It's so good. Actually, the fact that reminds me, at the time, I remember getting a They Live poster from the rental store. And I wish to this day I still had it. I don't know what happened to it. Probably got ripped over the years. But I wish I still had that, get it framed. And the same video store also gave me it was like a 3D, it's like a 3-tiered Prince of Darkness. Like, it was a poster, but it was made out of polystyrene. Yeah.
Really?
Oh, cool.
It was like 3-tiered, so it was like 3D. And when I got it, I cut the eye hole out and put a red light in the eye. I had it up on the wall for years. It was about 1988, 89 I had that. And again, I don't know what happened to that either. I wish I still had that. It was so cool. It was so cool.
Oh, there's things I've lost over the years to the sands of time that you wonder, like, where did that go?
Yeah. So many T-shirts I've lost over the years. I think ex-girlfriends took them, never seen them again. I had a really cool Chainsaw Massacre one. I don't know what happened to that. I loved that shirt. Well, I lost it in the 90s. I don't know where it went. I actually think my ex-girlfriend's mother threw it out. That was staying over. I think she didn't like it, and she threw it out. I'm convinced she threw my fucking shirt away. Yeah. Fucking bitch.
Oh, we love it. Oh God.
Yeah.
So, what would you give it out of 10?
Uh,
10.
I would give it an 8. No, yes, definitely an 8. Yeah.
Very cool.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Golly. I mean, you guys have already said so much about it. It's a great movie, super fun. I know for a fact that when I first watched it, I didn't really understand it because I was really young and I really didn't get it. But as I got older and I watched it a couple times, and now I started to understand the bigger picture, what he was going for, aliens amongst us, and they have all these little subliminal messages, and they're trying to manipulate us, and it's kind of cool how kind of like a nobody discovers this, and he's a badass. So it's really, really a good story. It's a really just interesting take on how I think society even works in ways that certain things are put in place to kind of control us. So it's kind of cool to kind of open your eyes to make you think, like, are there things at work that are trying to control us and manipulate us? So it's really thought-provoking. So I fucking dig the shit out of this movie, and Roddy Piper kicks ass. Keith David, you guys mentioned these guys. A lot of the supporting cast was real cool too, man. Like a lot of the characters were amazing. So
Buck Flowers.
Yeah, man, they live classic rock and roll fucking flick. I gotta give it 8 sushis, man. It's a top tier fucking film, man. It's great. It's great.
Yeah.
It's a good
8
name,
sushis.
Stefan, right there. They Live sequel. They Die.
Hey,
Stefan,
not
look
bad.
at you.
Look at you. I like that.
Title.
He's got a little bit of the Ryan, and Ryan was the one throwing this stuff out from our previous shows, right? So
Yeah. Did Roddy ever say the bubblegum bit in actual wrestling? I don't think he did. Did he, Brett?
No.
You watched
no,
wrestling more
the
than I did.
story is he had stuff written down for Carpenter that he would use for promos, and he gave a handful of the stuff that he would possibly use or if used in wrestling, and so Carpenter just picked out a few things. At least that's what I've read. So
Very nice.
read in this bad boy, that Mondo book.
Oh,
how is that book? Is it good?
Yeah, I had when we go through the collector stuff, I forgot to send you that picture. This is awesome. If you can get it, it's pretty expensive now, but yeah, look for it on eBay. See how much it is.
Oh shit,
Yeah.
that's cool.
Yeah,
Really
check it out.
cool, yeah.
But yeah, I don't know, Pat. I'll look it up on eBay in a second when we're going through stuff. I'm curious
Yeah,
to
very
see what
curious.
they're going for.
That's badass.
Awesome.
Yeah.
That is our movie review. They
Hey,
Live.
look, reading material.
Have you guys ever seen that book?
I have not.
Oh
no.
shit. What? Assault on
No.
the System. Not cool.
That's really cool. You can
Never
get it
seen
on
that one.
Amazon.
Oh
Oh,
There's a
shit.
guy
check it
called
out.
Troy
We
Howard
probably-
wrote it.
I'm gonna order that bitch right now. What is it?
This is the colorized version. This is more expensive. It's like £50, yeah. But you can
Assault
get
on
the
the
black
System.
and white version. It's like 25.
That's
a pretty
what I never
cool
saw
book.
that.
I will have to
Yep.
go balls out and get the color one.
Yeah, of course.
Really cool.
I like
Remember
that.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, that's badass, man.
hmm It's a good read. It's a good read. I actually have this guy here got a lot of his books. He's done like 3 volumes on Jallo films and
What's the first name? I see Howarth at the end. What's the
Troy.
first name? Troy Howarth. Okay.
Okay, I
Very
found
cool.
it here. Okay.
It's really
What's
It's
it
actually,
selling
on,
for, Brady?
it's actually on sale right now.
Yeah, the standard is 35, and then the color is 47.
There
Oh,
you go.
dude, yeah, I might as well get that one.
It's good. It's a good book.
Okay, time for the wife to get pissed off again. Here we go.
What else is new? Very cool. All right, so we're at the point now where each week we do a little segment called "What Did You Watch?" What did you watch? I didn't actually everything. I don't think I watched anything new this week, but all that I really watched this week was the other night I was sitting down here and flicking through the channels. I watched most of Texas Chainsaw Massacre, the original that was on. I've been really getting into. I've watched the whole series before, but I've been. Everybody knows my love for the Twilight Zone, but the Twilight Zone has been showing on Pluto TV every night, and right after it, they've been showing the original Outer Limits from 1963, so I've been watching all the Outer Limits. Love that. Of course, The Twilight Zone, I did rewatch it. They Live because we were going to do it, and I just wanted it fresh in my mind because I love the movie. I did sit through H2O because it was on the other day. Notice the word sit through. And I did sit through, so right after H2O on the Pluto Horror Channel, what do you call it, came on? Ghosts of Mars. So I sat through Ghosts of Mars. Because it was great because we were just talking about it with Jeremy. And I was just like, you know what, let me rewatch it. And then it didn't get any better upon rewatch.
I watched the audio commentary for They Live with Roddy Piper and John Carpenter last night. I had that on when I was sending you those pictures, Pat. So that's what I watched last night. And that's a lot of
fun.
A lot of fun listening to them talk about the movie. I think Joe, you watched the Arnold documentary. I just watched the first episode. It's good stuff,
right?
man.
Oh, I gotta get on that. I forgot about that. Yeah,
good stuff, man. I gotta get to the other ones, the other two. I did go to the theater twice this week, so I saw the Flash movie, and I tell you, I really enjoyed it. They did some. DC Comics has kind of got a bad thing going right now, some people say, but it was entertaining as hell, man. If you didn't take it seriously, just with the Michael Keaton stuff and a few of the other surprises that are in the film. So I guess if you're not into those movies as much and you do want to see, I guess you can wait till it comes out on.
I'm gonna wait till it streams. Yeah, I'm not big on it. I want to see it more so just to see Keaton because it's my favorite Batman outside of the original.
And it's worth seeing the other stuff too, Pat, which we won't talk about. So
yeah, I'll wait till it streams because that's what's good about nowadays. It's in the theater for like 3 weeks, then you can just watch it at home.
Yep.
Or actually, you know what? Be honest with you, I could get off tonight, and I'll find it somewhere online.
And the last
I always do.
Won't get too happy. We saw the new Pixar movie today that is Elemental, which was outstanding for kids. So
awesome.
Any parents out there, it's very, very good, very emotional, but very good. So that's what I got. Colin, what'd you watch this week, bud?
Well, I watched this Frankenstein the Monster from Hell Hammer film.
Yeah.
What's that?
I've been rewatching.
I've been rewatching the Bond films. I sort of lost touch with the Bond films in the 80s, and I hadn't seen any beyond The View to a Kill until this week. And I watched Living Daylights, License to Kill, GoldenEye, and the one after that.
Tomorrow Never Dies.
Yes, I'm enjoying seeing them again. Some of the older ones, and I'm enjoying seeing the ones that I haven't seen. Dalton was quite a good Bond. I thought he was okay. Yeah. Pierce Brosnan's doing a good job, I think, so far. No, not bad films. Not bad films. There's been fun going through them.
Bond is to me.
What's that? Sorry?
What Bond films are to me? Your favorite Bond is the one I think that you first introduced to. Because when I was a kid, Roger Moore was James Bond to me.
Yeah, for me, that was always Bond.
He was always Bond for us.
Yeah,
sure. I mean, like Man with a Golden Gun, For Your Eyes Only, Spy Who Loved Me, all classics.
Moonraker. Love Moonraker.
Moonraker's
great. Octopussy, right? Is that
Octopussy?
Yeah. That's probably the weakest one. In actual fact, I watched The View to a Kill for the first time probably since it came out. I seen it in the cinema when I was a kid. But when I was on vacation, on holiday, we say here, when I was on vacation in 1984 with my family in Paris, I actually didn't realize at the time, but we got to see part of that car chase where his car gets sliced in half.
Oh, really?
We were there for that filming.
Oh shit.
But we didn't realize at the time. I thought, what the fuck's going on here? I thought it was a car crash, It was actually the film being made, The View to a Kill.
That's
awesome. Pretty cool. Pretty cool.
Wow.
I've also been watching The Damned live.
I have to get that.
This for me is one of the best concerts ever. Put on Blu-ray.
We're big Damned fans. I love The Damned. It's one of my favorite bands of all time. Yep.
So I watched that about 4 times this week. So good. So good.
Holy
good
shit.
Stuff.
Very nice.
I've been watching some like serial killer documentaries like before I go to sleep. Just put something on Netflix or whatever, Prime, and just comfort TV.
A lot of content out there,
There's so much, and there's not enough time to see everything. That drives me crazy. This work thing blows. It really screws me up.
I guess we got to do that though, Pat.
No shit.
Unfortunately, yeah. I have no rich relatives. That's for damn sure.
Uh-huh.
What about you, Big Joe?
All right. Well, it's kind of like just some random shit. Like we watched Texas Chainsaw Massacre just because we were coming here.
Wait, do they have it on the TV there? Can you watch it while you're there?
So,
is it like a loop?
Yeah. Yeah. No, what happens is they have like a whole fucking thing of the DVDs. So,
cool.
Yeah, they give you the DVD and you just pop it in. So it's playing right now as we speak. He's in the van right now, lighting shit on fire and shit in the van.
I have that version.
Yeah, this is awesome.
That's cool as hell.
So, and then the other day we were watching this show on Netflix called Tex-Mex Motors. It's like this show where they get like old cars from Mexico, and then they bring it back to the States in El Paso, and they fix them up and they sell them for a profit.
Classic cars.
Yeah, classic cars, and it's pretty interesting. I thought it was cool. And then the last two films were RoboCop 2. I fucking love RoboCop 2. It's amazing.
Fun movie.
And The World's End. You guys know I'm the big fan of the Cornetto trilogy.
Simon Pegg.
Oh my God. This guy's trying to relive the good old days, go on this, pub run, and then it gets all crazy with these aliens and shit. So, yeah, man, it's like a myriad of random shit that I watch, random stuff.
You said you watched Hot Fuzz recently, right? I grabbed my DVD. It's down here. I gotta watch it. It's been a while.
Yeah, it's kind of that progression. You go Shaun of the Dead, Hot Fuzz, and then this one, and it's just like you just cycle them through. That's just the way it is.
I still haven't seen that one.
Oh, you'd really dig it, man. I think it's kind of cheesy, kind of corny, but if you ain't got nothing to do, it's a fun watch. It's fun.
I'll give it a watch.
What about the chat? What is everybody watching in the chat? See, Stefan just rewatched episode 2, Attack of the Clones.
Nice.
Ryan watched a horrible movie with Michael Biehn called The Victim. 3 out of 5. I didn't see The Victim.
Michael Biehn, Lance Corporal Hicks.
Yeah, I did not see that one. Anybody else see anything else there? GoldenEye, absolute favorite. Nintendo 64 game. Yeah.
Video games, best game ever made.
And this I'll echo this. Colin mentioned this too. Why did Timothy Dalton get so much shit for that? I thought he was. I liked him.
Yeah, he was okay.
I thought I enjoyed it. Yeah, I don't know why he got so much hate for it.
Don't know.
But
don't know.
Yeah, don't understand it.
Strange.
And Joseph, what's up? Joseph, the horror guy, is in the chat.
Didn't Richard Lazenby even get crap with his one Bond? And his
he sort of flashed
good.
last night. Yeah. I mean, of course, everybody's going to say their favorite. Well, actually, the older people, their favorite is always going to be Sean Connery. But to me, sorry, I entered that. There's your gateway drug. When I first watched Bond movies, going back to Moonraker, it was Roger Moore.
These Daniel Craig ones are pretty damn good, though.
Well, that's it. Everybody's like, "Oh, Daniel Craig's the best." I said, "Well, that's because it's your gateway. Go back and watch the Roger Moore ones." Of course, shit from then is going to be different than it is now. These are much more amped up versions of James Bond. Yeah. So to me, it's where you walk in the door. That's the way I.
Who was it in the chat said like the GoldenEye, that Nintendo 64 game was when I was in high school. That was a big time game to play. Like it's at people's houses at that time. That was such a big game for kids my age.
I didn't see this one, the Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse movie. I didn't see it.
Everybody's talking about it. They're saying it's amazing. All the kids, yeah.
It's amazing.
Awesome. That is what do we watch this week?
Something real
What's
quick.
up, Joe?
I thought it was real cool. When we got here to the gas station, we were just checking in, and that buddy of mine, Caleb, he's like, "Hey man, you want to check out some cool shit?" I'm like, "Yeah." So he brought up like a little box, and inside the box, he opened it up and he pulled out like a chicken, and I forgot the name of the chicken.
Nugget.
What was it?
Nugget.
Nugget is the name of the chicken. So I guess they're releasing the new Texas Chainsaw Massacre video game. Did y'all know about this?
No.
It's coming out August 18th, 2023. So they were doing a promo. So they just did like a big release party in Austin. And I guess some of the people from that came here and they dropped off this promotional item. So in the movie, whenever somebody comes into the house, the little chicken alerts the Sawyers that there's somebody in the house. So he goes, so they made a little thing for that chicken from the movie. And I was like, I remember hearing the chicken in the movie, but I didn't know the motherfucker had a name and he was like part of the family and shit. So the chicken alerts them when somebody's in their house. So if y'all rewatch the movie, listen for the chicken. His name is Nugget, you said, Ben? So he was like, hey, do you want the box with Nugget for the night? I'm like, no, I ain't taking that shit. And he's like, don't. I was like, I'm not going to destroy it. If something happens to it, you're going to blame me. But yeah, it's a new video game coming out, and the people who made the game came here earlier today. He said we just missed them, right? By like an hour or some shit. So I was like, that's pretty cool. I thought that was cool.
Nice.
Yeah. I've heard good things about this. Joseph wants to see Indiana Jones. I've actually heard it's not bad. I've heard it was pretty good.
A couple weeks
and
away.
On this one, the Boogeyman, I didn't like it.
So
everybody go form your own opinion, but I didn't like it. I'm sorry, Joe.
My 13-year-old daughter said she went to go see that this past weekend, and she said that if my daughter went to go see it, and she didn't seem like she was that scared. So my 13-year-old is a big chicken, and if she said it wasn't that bad, then I wouldn't go.
It wasn't.
Honestly,
it wasn't
a chicken talk right now.
Yeah,
what's wrong with the chicken?
Yeah, that's all I needed to hear. I'm like, pass.
Yeah, the last few minutes were cool the way it was shot, and you get to actually see the Boogeyman itself. But the rest of the movie, snooze fest. Sorry.
I want to see Barbie. Are you serious?
I want to see Barbie.
You want to see Barbie?
There's a Barbie movie coming out?
Yeah, with fucking Ryan. What's his name? Gosling. Ryan Gosling.
Oh, and
is
the
he
girl,
Ken?
Harley Quinn. Harley Quinn's Barbie.
Yeah, Margot.
Seriously?
Margot Robbie.
Joe, so we went to Alamo Draft House today.
I might have to go see that anyway.
They have a life-size Barbie box that somebody could go in and take a picture like you're in a Barbie box. Of course, I took pictures of the daughter in the box.
That's great. Awesome.
It's probably going to make money.
We'll do a quick collectible spot. Are you okay on time, Colin? Because I know you were working.
Yeah.
We want you to stay as late as you, because we always run late. So I just want to throw it out there. We want you to stay, but I don't know what your time frame looks like. You can hang for the last 2 bits with our top 5.
Yeah, I'm good. I'm getting about hungry. I haven't eaten since about 4 o'clock. So that was like what? I don't know. 10 hours ago, whatever.
Oh, Jesus. Go grab a snack. You can eat while we're watching. Go ahead, go get something.
Yeah, I will actually. I'll be back soon.
Yeah, go grab something. Come right back with it. Yeah. So what we'll do is our quick collectible spotlight. And by the time Colin gets back, he could show something. Collectible spotlight this week. So this week I picked up something because what's he laughing at now? What do we do?
I swear, Pat, that video when you show your area, I'm waiting for you to pop up at the bottom and like this.
Oh, I could edit that in. I'll just be like, I'll come up like this, and then you'll see me come back down. I'm gonna have to do that.
And somehow, if you could put me in the background sleeping too. No, just kidding.
That could be arranged too. You give me some great ideas.
Oh boy. Anyways.
So this week I threw this in here simply because of the new item in my collection, which I showed earlier, which was the original flyer from the '79 Film Fest in France, with Halloween. So this is 19. I think it was 97, if I remember correctly. Hold on, I wrote it down because I didn't forget. No, it was for the 1998 re-release of Halloween in France. So it's the French dossier. So if you guys ever have the French versions of Halloween, they always have that pumpkin on it.
Cette nuit là is revenu.
Well,
that's impressive, Joe.
Stefan was deciphering the French before, so I'm assuming he speaks French.
Oh, oui. That's all I know.
So this is the cover. It's
yes, right?
yes.
Yeah. So it's just basically a folder. And it's got all the information about the movie and everything going on in it. All synopsis of it and just everything you need to know about the movie, all the different characters. And so it's definitely Very, very cool.
I swear I thought it was like a
Nope,
multiple choice like thing. I was like, what's going on?
Yeah, it's a test. They give you a test. So that is my collectible spotlight for this week. I finally break that out because of what the new item was in my collection.
Uh-oh.
And Brady sent me, so he's sticking on topic as well. Looks like.
I stuck with all my.
Oh, you fucking suck! I hate you.
Wait a minute, Joe. What's yours is mine. What's mine is yours. That was the greatest glare.
Of all the things that I wanted to get.
So that's what it says. Stefan said this night he is returning. Very cool.
What do you think? Matching purple marker too, Joe? See,
Dude, hey, I'll buy that from you. Name your price.
That's it, Joe. I'm gonna get you one. I'm gonna find you one. That's mine right now. There, though. I want to get you one though.
Name your price, brother. Name your price.
And,
oh yeah, I forgot I had one of these bottles. I just bought it just as like a little, just piece to keep.
That is awesome.
That is awesome. All out of bubble gum.
That is great.
I guess he sold a ton of that when he was alive, but there's obviously somebody still selling it, so making a name off of it. I wouldn't try it. That doesn't sound too appetizing to me. Or
exactly. Yeah. No. And
how about new?
This is awesome.
Yeah. So that is that's an artwork that Mrs. John Carpenter was selling at her booth at the Comic-Con here a few years ago. So she signed it, and John Carpenter signed it right on the alien's hair there. It's in gold. So
nice.
Yeah, then you got the steel book, and then the first Shout Factory release, and then my very first DVD release that Roddy Piper autographed. So yeah.
Awesome. That is very, very cool.
And we can't forget, Joe, well, I know you would do that. You got that awesome artwork from Texas Frightmare too, which I have to try and find.
I was going to ask you guys, I need to find a nice frame for that shit. So I don't know where to get one.
I'll send you a link.
Yeah, I figured you knew a good one.
That'll hook you up.
Yeah, I got you. I appreciate you, brother. I guess.
And Joe sent me stuff, didn't you? You sent me stuff, right?
I didn't send you nothing from my collectible spotlight.
Oh, that's right. You didn't. So
I was looking at some of my stuff here, but I really don't have anything really good. No, I got nothing.
I got nothing.
No, but he did get that one exclusive Texas Frightmare artwork, which sold pretty quick there, I think, right, Joe? Yeah, that was awesome.
And I got it signed by Mr. Keith David. Yeah.
Awesome.
Stuff.
Yeah, we'll wait for.
You know what? I forgot to show you something that I also bought here at the fucking Texas gas station. I'm sorry.
How dare you?
You son of a bitch.
You son of a bitch.
Dylan.
Tell me,
Mary Beth.
Okay, Mary Beth.
tell me what movie this is from.
Dylan. Oh,
Return of the Living Dead.
Oh,
yeah,
you beat me to it. That is awesome. Is that Trick or Treat Studios?
Fucking Trick or Treat at it again, man.
Oh,
I had this like in the wall, like I'm like, what the fuck? I knew I bought something else. Shit.
Colin, what do you think of Return of the Living Dead? You a fan?
Yeah, the first one, I love it.
Yeah.
The fact that I actually like all three. I like all three of them.
They're all fun. Yeah, the first one is just so. First one as a kid, I remember. Still, you hear. I remember I'm watching it in the theater with a friend, and I'm sitting there, and they were just as they were about to walk through the graveyard, and there's TSOL playing "Nothing for You." I was like, "Holy shit, it's TSOL!" Like, no fucking way.
Great soundtrack.
Great soundtrack.
I remember liking part 2. I gotta watch part 2. It's been a long time. Revisit that one.
Three's quite cool as well. It's got some great effects by Christopher Nelson in part 3 as well.
Yeah, early Chris Nelson, right?
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
That skinny dude at the start, the skinny zombie, and it's in a silo place. That was some homeless guy they found, and it was Christopher Nelson did all the makeup for him. Skinny zombie.
Really?
That was all Christopher Nelson.
Stefan, you haven't seen that?
Yeah, you have to go see Return of the Living Dead.
You got to go watch it tonight.
Seriously, that is just so much fun.
If you got to go work, call off work. Watch the movie.
I can't commit today. Why? I got to watch Return of the Living Dead.
What are you doing?
You have anything cool to show? Collectible spotlight, Colin?
Have you seen? Do you have this?
I have that. Yes.
Yeah, that's one. I bought that one. Lived in Germany actually. It's a German book.
That's where I got it.
I
Yep.
lived there. I also picked up when I was on vacation in Italy. This box set.
Oh,
I
look
have
at
to get
that.
I have to get that
Fucking
box
awesome.
set.
That's fucking sweet.
Yeah, it's nice. It's all the films up until 2018. Postcards. It's all still
Nice.
sealed.
I
Oh,
have to
dude.
pick that up.
No cards there. And all the films in there. It's pretty cool.
Oh, look at that.
Oh my.
thing. Dude,
That is so
killer.
cool. I've only seen the outside of it. I've never seen the inside.
I've never
That
seen the
is-
inside. Yeah.
Yeah, it's so nice.
Oh, that's fucking awesome.
Yeah, pretty cool.
Do they have like the special features of the box set that we had here in America, or
Or it's
Was
just
it-
strictly the films.
is it just the film?
Yeah, there's most of the stuff you've already seen.
Yeah.
There's the odd thing that's different, but most of it's the stuff I've already seen, through Scream Factory or whatever else. But yeah, it's a very nice box set. Very, very nice.
Yeah, it looks like a bit heavier duty of a box too.
Yeah, it's quite solid. It's a good,
Yeah.
it's good quality.
I like that. And the funny thing is, you showed the Chronicles book, so I was looking for that because I remember it popped up somewhere years ago, and I was like, "Damn, I want to get it." And I kept going. I found it on Amazon, Germany,
Yeah.
Deutsch, and they wouldn't ship it to the States. Like, son of a
Okay.
bitch. So I was like, "Damn!" And I kept watching it, and then I was looking at the time. I was looking to get the Halloween 1, 2, and 3 novelization, the German print of the novels. The third one, Halloween 3, the German one, I was able to get someplace else. But the first two, I'm like, I really need those. So it turns out I do work for a German company. And
Okay.
the one guy that I was working with was going back to Germany. And he was going back to Stuttgart. So I sent him an email. I said, "Can you do me a favor?" He's like, "Well, I have a strange request. Is there any way I will send you the money if you could order this, have it shipped to your house, and ship it to the States?" And he's like, "Sure, absolutely." So I sent it to him. I said, "I know. I have a Halloween obsession. I'm a collector." And he thought it was funny as hell. Shout out to my buddy Uwe, great guy. He's back in Stuttgart, great guy, and shipped it to me. Wouldn't take any payment for the shipping, and I only imagine what it cost. I'm like, "Let me pay you for the shipping." He's like, "Nope, don't worry about it." Great guy.
Cool. That's cool.
So that's how I got the
kinda
first
same
two
for me.
versions of that. And that.
It's kind of the same for me. I've got friends still living in Germany, so what's happened because we have the Brexit thing going on in the UK. Ever since that's happened, for some reason, any European Amazon, like Amazon DE, Amazon Italy, Amazon France, won't ship to Northern Ireland anymore because they don't know how to class us as part of Southern Ireland or part of the UK when it comes to the Brexit thing. So they just don't ship here anymore. So I have friends in Germany. So as soon as I want something from Germany, I just text my friend, "Hey, you order this for me, I'll pass you the money." That kind of thing. It's
Great.
unfortunate, but at least they'll have friends in Germany.
Right. You can at least get it. Exactly. And that's worked out great for me. And he told me, he's like, "If there's anything else, we ever come across, you need me to get." He's like, "I'm here." I'm like, "That's awesome." So yeah, that's how I got the Chronicles and H1 and 2 novelization. And I got them all cheap because I guess I think I paid for each $20 for each novelization, $20 US. And that Chronicles thing was maybe like $20. It was real cheap.
Okay.
Really?
Yeah. I also have that.
Oh yeah, the Japanese book where he looks like Homer Simpson on the cover.
He does. Awful artwork. That's actually the thing I won off TSL.
Oh, is that what you want on TSL?
Yeah, that's the thing Frank sent me. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Awesome.
Yeah. I also have this signed by Nick Castle.
Oh, nice.
That's awesome.
Sean Clark got me that, sent me it over.
That's awesome.
He went around to Nick Castle's house one day and got it signed for me and posted it over to me. Really nice.
That's awesome.
Really nice for him to do that for me.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Stefan's got a question here. I sound stupid, but where is Belfast? Yeah, it's in Ireland. It's Northern Ireland.
Northern Ireland, yeah.
Very nice.
And it was funny. I'll tell you a story. So when I went to Ireland the first time, we flew into Dublin, and my wife rented originally we were just going to get stick, 5-speed, because that's usually what you guys all drive over there is 5-speed. And
Yeah.
I'm the only person that was going with this group that could drive 5-speed. Granted, it's going to be on the other side, so I'll be shifting with my left hand, which was going to be a little odd. But I said, all right,
Yeah.
whatever. So then last minute, she's like, you know what? She wanted to be able to say she drove in Ireland, so we paid the extra money for the automatic. So they give us like this, like a Volkswagen. I forget, it was like a Volkswagen minivan because there was a bunch of us.
Okay.
And I get in there and I could not figure out how to work the controls. So I'm on the wrong side of the car, and I couldn't the whole way from Dublin, which is about 3.5 hours from Dublin to Donegal. The rear wiper was going the whole time. And everybody's like, why is it on? I go, because I can't figure out how to shut the fucking thing off. I don't even know where it is on the dashboard. The whole time it was there. And then we get to I remember we pull out of the airport and we drive in. Of course, I'm trying to concentrate. And it's funny when you rent the car on the dashboard, it says, make sure you stay right or stay left. I forget. It was a big sticker on there. So it knew which way it was supposed to go. So we come up to a toll booth. And then I'm like, granted, we had like pound sterling, we had euros, and I go, and you guys are pound sterling. So I'm looking and I'm like, the wife's like, how much is I don't know. They gave me like chain, they gave me coins and dollars. I could have gave him $50. I don't know what the fuck I gave. I'm like, because I didn't know how to convert it. I didn't know what I had. It was hysterical the whole ride there. It was just so much fun. Yeah, I can't wait to go back.
That's like, get me to the closest watering hole.
Well, that was it. And we stopped at a few places along the way. We stopped at, oh God, my wife's asleep now. I know we stopped at, you probably know this, Colin. It was a place where it was like this underground thing that you went into, and it got smaller. And certain times of the day, the sun would hit and would shine right into this cave that's underground.
Was it Marble Arch Caves?
Oh God, no, that doesn't. I would recognize it if you said it. And I'd ask my wife, but I know she's probably in bed by now. I can't remember what the hell it was, but it was really, really cool. And my wife's stopping to see all these things, and there was a few more places we stopped, and I'm just like, she's like, "What's the matter?" She's like, "You want a Guinness?" I said, "Yeah." We just flew 5.5 hours on a plane. I go, and I've been driving on the wrong side of the road. I go, I need a Guinness. I need one now. So yeah, as soon as we got to Donegal.
Yep. Give me a keg of fucking Guinness. Yes.
So as soon as we got there, and the funny story too with my son, when we went, how old was he? He was 16. So we sit down, and 16, you can drink. They'll serve him.
Yeah.
So he's sitting down, and they were going around, and like my daughter's like, I'll have like a Coke or whatever. My wife, I forget what she had, because she doesn't drink beer. I'm like, and she's like, you want a pint? I said, oh yeah, I want a pint. I said, keep him coming. And my son looks at me, he's like, looking at me, look at my wife. I'm like, you want a pint? I'm like, okay, it's okay. People are like, and I said, yeah. I said, you're 16. He was with us. I think it isn't a law like I keep walking to a bar.
With you can drink beer at 16.
Right, at 16.
Yeah. 16. Oh boy.
Yep.
Yeah.
Pat, I forgot to show those. I forgot to show those really quick. They live.
Nice. They live
glasses from his tour.
Oh yeah.
Sorry. But anyway, sorry. Didn't mean to cut off.
No, so let's do our where is it on here? Because I was too busy yapping. Let's do our top 5.
Oh, Travis is in the house. Hey, Travis. Sorry, didn't see you there.
Where is he? Oh, there he is. Hey, what's up, Travis? Very cool.
Travis is quite the contributor. Stefan, of course. Rob.
Great guys. My friend from Island Vacations on Donegal. I love Donegal. It's such a nice place. The most useful piece of Irish slang I learned is chippy, which means chicken tenders and fries.
Yeah.
Yeah, we another quick Ireland story. So we went to Sleeve League for the day. It was absolutely beautiful. And so on the way back, we stopped at some bar. I forget the name of it, but it was a real old bar. Like you could tell, like when you went, it took me back to being a kid, because I remember going to the bar with my dad every so often back in the early 80s, late 70s, early 80s, when it was much more lenient, so to speak. Not that they were going to serve you, but like you can't bring kids anywhere near a bar nowadays. So I walked in, there's like kids playing,
Yeah,
and there was a woman walking around with an apron with coal in it, and she was putting coal in the fire. I was like, oh my God, I feel like I'm back in 1979 again. This is awesome.
Yeah. That was actually
awesome.
my first job when I left school. I was a coal man, carrying bags of coal. That was my first job.
Really?
When I was
Wow.
16. Yeah.
Yeah,
Back
just
in
so
the
much
80s.
history and fun.
Yeah.
So let's do this. Let's do our top 5 worst lines in the new Halloween trilogy. And yeah, I know we could easily do 20, 30 of them, but we're going to keep it short and simple to our top 5. So I'll go first. My number 5 from the latest movie, Halloween Ends. I hope you find love.
That's the best. I love that. I couldn't put that on there.
From Ronnie, the stepdad. I hope you find love. Because it's just out of ordinary. He just looks at him
So
and he's
funny.
just, I hope you find love. And I'm like, seriously? No.
Oh, yeah. This one's probably on most of our lists. Maybe it's Nurse Marion Chambers. Hey, Michael, this is for Dr. Loomis. Oh God.
Oh yeah, that's on my list.
Pure cheese.
And it's not so much, it's just the way she delivered it. This is for Dr.
Yeah.
Loomis.
Yeah.
It makes it even more annoying. And I love Nancy Stevens.
My number 5 bracket when he re-says his old line from the first film.
Yes. I forgot about that.
It's just like, that was totally unneeded. The way it was delivered was just, no. What are you doing? No need for that.
Yeah,
I
forgot about that.
In there for the sake of throwing it in. The payoff was just awful. It just didn't sit well at all.
Nope.
Horrible.
He was lost in it. It was ridiculous.
Yeah, such a wasted character. Yeah.
Big Joe.
All right, so fucking shit. I don't know. I really don't know. I mean, you can go and I'm gonna just say it. What's that lady who says? Oh my gosh! I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I didn't know this was the topic.
Did I put it there? Didn't I put it in the thing?
Yeah.
Yeah, but I am not prepared. I didn't do my homework.
You didn't do your homework, huh? All right, so
I'm gonna do some homework for Joe, right? Joe and I, we can do it.
I'm going on the top of my head. Okay, so the lady who got stabbed in the neck with the lady who she was talking for her. She said some shit. I don't know what she said, but whatever she said, that's my number 5.
Which
Joe,
movie?
just go to the quotes while we're talking IMDb. Just
yeah.
You can cheat.
I don't know.
I'll allow it.
Yeah.
So my number 4 is our beloved Nurse Marion. This is for Dr. Loomis. It just didn't belong. Oh, this is from part 6, but I agree with you on that. We've been drugged. Feels like we've been drugged. The sandwich dialogue in 2018. Yeah, the banh mi sandwich with Chris Nelson.
Oh God.
Oh yeah.
You know what?
My number 4 is Marion's. This is for Dr. Loomis from Halloween Kills.
I gotta go Halloween 2018 just because it's straight out of context. I can't do it. Gotcha.
I can't do it.
God.
It's not a worse line. I had to throw it in there. I don't know why. It's funny.
That's fine.
That is too funny.
What about you, Colin?
For me, the next one's going to be, it's a short thing, yes. Some Halloween Kills again. And it's when Alison finds out that Mars is still alive, which is in the hospital.
And yells.
And just the way they turn around, she goes, "What?" The way it's edited.
What? Go back and watch that.
Oh, I know exactly what you're talking about. Yep.
That just annoys me every time. Like, what? No.
And then she goes, and cuts in front of everybody else in the van and grabs a gun first.
Yeah. That's right.
Yeah.
Excuse everybody else. I guess her dad died, so whatever. Okay, we got it.
No, yeah.
We'll give her a break.
We'll give her a pass.
Yeah, I guess so.
Did you come up with one, Joe?
I'm just going off the top of my head. I guess number 4. I'm gonna go with Dr. Sartain. He's like, I've been shot.
Actually, when he gets shot, he goes, "Fuck."
Yeah. He's like, help me. I've been shot. What the fuck? Okay. No, man. That's my number 4.
What did I do for number 3? Oh, number 3. I'll piggyback onto the Sartine character. Make room for my patient. Fucking hate that. It's like, oh
Yeah,
God,
yeah.
what a dick. What a dick. I hated that line.
I think this is going to be some other places here. I got peanut butter on my penis.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be there.
That had to be in there.
Halloween
Had to be in there.
2018. Yeah.
Yeah, it's no.
God awful.
And for me, the third one is 2018 when Laurie comes in to the restaurant to the rest of the family, and she's sitting there and she starts crying. And it's just the way she turns around. She, I saw him, the shape. Yeah.
She's like,
who ever referred to Michael Myers out of the whole franchise as the shape? And it's done twice in that movie. It's done at the start as well. When the podcasters are interviewing her, she says the shape. And nobody ever calls him the shape, only in the fucking credits in the film. But Myers is never called the shape in the franchise.
It's not in the story that it's the shape. That was all cast of credits and fandom stuff.
Yeah. I thought it was stupid. They shouldn't have never said that. So that's my third one. I saw him, the shape.
I forgot about that one. That's great. Shit, that would have been on my list. I completely forgot. Big Joe.
All right,
another one?
Number 3 is, I think it's from Kills.
Joe's like, "It'll give me enough time to find them."
No.
Come on, do it now.
Do it.
Is Lee Brackett. He's no longer Sheriff Brackett. He's Lee Brackett in Kills. He's like, it's Halloween. Everyone's entitled to one good scare.
Yes.
I'm like, who gives a shit about what you're saying right now? Nobody gives a shit.
You have to repeat the same shit you said already.
So I was like, all right, next. Nobody cares.
Here's Stefan's got a good one from Ends. You just want to show grief your fucking tits.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, and she throws all the fucking stuff of the pumpkin on the ground.
Yeah. That's right. Yeah.
And peanut butter on my penis. That's going to be on everybody's list, I'm sure. What's my number? Oh, and of course it hasn't been said yet. So I think the top 2 people can figure out for me. For my number 2, Evil Dies Tonight. And
how's that not number 1? Damn it!
You know why? Because I looked at it this way: if you had heard it once, it probably wouldn't have been a big deal. You know, because there's not one single person that you can say, okay, it was the worst when he said it, because so many fucking people said it that it was annoying. I mean, yeah, Tommy Doyle when he's just running out the door. Oh, by the way, Evil Dies Tonight. and a lady, Evil Dies Tonight. You know, there's so many different people that says it. And Marion says it. She's the first one to say it, as a matter of fact. So to me, it's just, if it was said once, wouldn't care. Just too many times. Yeah. So that's it for me.
What do we got? Number 2, 2018. Laurie Strode. He is a killer, but he will be killed tonight. Okay, Jesus. What else are you saying?
All right. That's great.
We have to put kill in the same sentence twice. I don't know. Yeah, I don't. To me, that sounded off. That one I researched a bit. I was like, I tried to play that back in my head. Yeah, it did sound right. So, what you got, Colin?
Right. A fourth one's going to be Evil Dies Tonight. I think we've all chosen that one. It's just, it's awful. It's just awful. The amount of times that's been said.
Yeah, Pat said it right. If it was once, it would have been.
Yeah, one time.
Yeah,
sure.
Yep.
Sure. Yeah. But no, it's dire. It's fucking awful. It's just horrible.
I've never heard a line be more made fun of. Like, we've said, so much about that. It's so bad.
You needed the Rambo lady with the iron on the actual film, like chanting it with the iron.
Yeah, the Iron Lady. I want her at age 45. I'm going to bring an iron and have an autograph.
Female Rambo.
Yeah, the Iron Lady. What the fuck? All right, so this one I thought was really just corny, and I just thought about it. So whenever Laurie says to Hawkins, the more he kills, the more he transcends into something else. I don't understand that. I didn't get it. I thought it was pretty corny. So I don't know. I just didn't get it.
Well,
the more he kills, the more he transcends what? What is
that's
he
their way of justifying that all of a sudden he's supernatural because the more he kills, the more he can live.
Yeah.
He goes on. That's because remember they were supposed to make it seem like he was human in 2018, but then they decided, well, 2018 made $245 million or whatever it was at the box office. Like, oh fuck, now we got to figure out a way to bring his ass back. We tried to make it seem like he was human, but obviously, you know, we need to make the money and strike while the iron's hot. So that was their way of basically saying, okay, the more you kill, and they actually make it even more amped up and ends because remember when he's with Corey and he's stabbing him and he's supposed to be shaking like he's getting recharged, and I was like, oh, stop.
He's hulking up. He's hulking up, baby.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, I'm like,
I
stop,
remember in the moment watching it, and when she was saying that, I'm like, are you trying to just like instill in our minds? Let us get that opinion or let us feel that way from watching the movie. Don't tell us.
True.
I thought it was forced down our throat. That's what I thought.
Yeah.
I hope you find love.
The more he transcends.
That's why I had to throw it on this list. I hope you find love.
It's God, when it came out, it was so funny. Oh God. Where did we leave off? I'm sorry.
I don't remember. Where did we leave off?
Joe.
So all right. So yeah, my number one. It's obvious at this point. It's peanut butter on my penis. It's just a horrible, horrible line that was absolutely unnecessary. Okay, you spilled peanut butter on. He's like, you could just snap his fingers. Like, oh shit, I spilled peanut butter on myself. Why do you have to say I spilled peanut butter on my penis?
Yeah,
where was that supposed to go?
Was there supposed to be a dog that comes by and tries to lick it off or something?
And I have
thrown off.
You know, Brett has a daughter. Joe has a daughter. I have a daughter. It's just like, you know, if I spill something, I'll be like, oh look, I got it on my penis. No fucking way would I say that around my daughter. It's completely inappropriate.
Understood. Agreed.
Yeah, you're just gonna say I spilled something on myself. Yeah.
Yeah, I'd be like, oh shit, I got peanut butter on my fucking pants or something. Didn't need to say that. So to me, that was just absolutely the worst.
Yeah,
it's just the way he says it as well. There's almost like a pause before he says penis.
Yeah,
he says the word penis like a little boy who's been chastised or something. So I spilled peanut butter on my penis.
There was
just sort of. It's that pause.
Oh, lost you there. There's some weird stuff going on in that house. There was like, you know, the mom's wearing freaking Christmas sweaters. He's talking about peanut butter and penis. There's just weird things going on. I don't know.
Yeah, true.
Evil Dies Tonight's my number one. Nothing more to say on that. So.
Yep, I can see that. Absolutely.
Should have just been used once. Call it a day.
Hell yeah.
Every single line from Barry Sims is dreadful. Oh, come on.
I like Barry Sims.
Does she wear crotchless panties and bark like a dog?
What the hell's going on here? What is this, a full moon?
Relax your crack, honey.
All right. So, the last one, number one, I fucking hate this line, okay? It's Vicky from 2018. It's the same with her boyfriend that shows the tattoo of the date. And she turns around and jumps on him and says, "You're so getting dry fucked tonight." What? What the fuck?
Wouldn't that be the last thing you would want to hear as a guy, right?
It's so dry. I said, what?
It's like, I just got a tattoo on my arm, and you're basically saying I'm still not getting any.
I don't care if you're babysitting.
Are you fucking shitting me? You know, I just got ink today. I want some, action.
And just to piggyback off of that, probably we should do from some of our best lines. And one of my favorites is the little Julian. Send Dave.
Yeah.
Let me go check out. No, send Dave.
Don't go up to Dave. You get your ass killed, right?
We have to do our top 5 or top 10 best ones because that's funny as hell. I love that. No, send Dave. Awesome. I forgot about that. That's another good one. Holy shit.
That is a good. Yeah, that was good.
What about you, Joe? Anything come to mind, or
is this number one?
Number one.
Come on, Evil Dies Tonight.
Evil Dies Tonight.
Thank you, Joe. Thank you.
Yes, got that over with like a Band-Aid.
What is it? Love saves the day, but evil dies tonight. I think that's what when Marion first says it.
Yeah. Hideous line.
Oh, Dave is Tim Robbins' kid, right, Pat?
That's Tim Robinson.
Susan Sarandon's
Susan
kid?
Sarandon's son. Yeah.
Susan Sarandon.
What
Oh,
is
really?
this?
Didn't know that.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's their son.
Oh damn.
See, I was trying to check in the chat, see what's going on. So yeah, that is our
Send
top
Dave.
5. Yeah, I love that. Send Dave. Every time I hear it, I just burst out laughing because that's something I
now
would say.
it's
Like, no, send him.
It's making me think of Slapshot now. Dave's a killer. Dave's a killer. Dave's a mess.
Dave's a mess.
He's a bloody mess.
Oh, good. That's another freaking great movie. So yeah, that is our
Oh,
top
God.
5 worst lines in the new Halloween trilogy. And yeah, I think we have to come back and do our favorite line or our funniest lines because
Oh,
there's
hell
some
yeah.
funny ones. And I don't mean funny and like funny, like, you know, it's a good funny. It's just funny because it's just so fucking stupid funny.
Oh God, yeah. Oh my God, bloody. Ooh.
Yeah, wow, we were running long tonight. It's awesome. I'm glad that Colin was able to hang out this late. So we figure, what time is it over there now? Like what, 2, 3 in the morning?
That's 3:15.
He's like,
shit.
it's late.
He's like, it's fucking late. Would you shut up and get off already? So I go to sleep.
No, it's been a lot of fun. It's been a lot of fun.
Yeah.
We'll get it close to 2 hours next time.
Yeah, so where's my stuff here? We'll do a quick exit so Colin can go get some sleep. We do a couple of quick plugs for the channel. So tomorrow dropping is last week? Yeah, we did our top 5 John Carpenter soundtracks with Jeremy Todd. We did the Fred Heads documentary from the Epic Film Guys podcast. Go check it out. That was a lot of fun.
Fuck yeah.
That was a lot of fun. Tuesday night. If you like Caddyshack, Colin, come join us. We're doing the Caddyshack live watch. We do our once a month comedy watch along, and we're doing Caddyshack. That's going to be a lot of fun. Hey,
I haven't watched that one in years. It's good fun.
Hey, we're all going to get laid.
And Ted Knight, oh God, and there's a Halloween connection there. James Jude Courtney, he was a big inspiration for him. So
yes,
oh,
this I just did on my 70s review. I did Kiss Me's the Phantom of the Park, one of my favorites of my youth.
Gene Simmons' face there looks hilarious. He's like,
that's why I picked that picture. It was just a fun picture. I'll be dropping my 70s movie review of Black Christmas. Everybody knows my love for Black Christmas.
Yeah, classic.
So that'll be this Friday. What else? I just did my. Oh, this week is just the 80s studio albums. Yeah, for Kiss. So this week is the last of the Kiss album rankings. I was feeling nostalgic for all my Kiss shit because I was a diehard Kiss fan. And not this week, but the following week we'll be finishing up the Halloween 3 movie book club, and then we'll be moving on to Halloween 4.
Cool.
It's going to be a lot of fun.
A lot of fun.
Do I have anything else on here? Let me see what else. Oh yeah, and shout out to Big Joe's channel. Go check out Moody's Mind.
Yeah.
You guys just posted something, didn't you, Joe?
No, not lately. We need to though.
I thought you guys were doing. I thought I saw something on there. Yeah, you guys are both Joe and his other half, his better half, Mary Beth.
Giggity.
Yeah, we putting some stuff together. It's just been so busy with everything going on, but we'll put out some content soon.
And you got anything going on, Colin? You're going on some. Well, Colin's coming back with us a week from this Tuesday. He's going to come back and watch Amityville 2: The Possession with us.
Sweet.
For our Tuesday night watch along.
Looking forward to that.
That's gonna be
that'll be a lot of fun to visit that.
Yeah,
again.
I haven't visited in a while. Great movie. I love it. You know,
Burt Young, baby. Burt Young.
Burt Young, Tommy Lee Wallace. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So that's gonna be a lot of fun. You got anything else going on you want to talk about, Colin?
No, just got a couple of days off now. I'm off for 3 days. Just going to chill out. I'm going to see Wicker Man 50th anniversary on Wednesday night. So it's a one-off screening. Looking forward to that.
Nice.
And then the following Tuesday, we'll join you guys for Amityville 2: The Possession, which is one of my favorite Amityville films.
Mm-hmm.
And most of them are rubbish, but that's my top one from that franchise. I absolutely love that film. Such an insidious film, or something evil about it. It's just something off. It's a really good film. Very
I'm looking
underrated.
forward to going back.
Very underrated.
Very underrated. It's been a minute since I watched this. I'm looking forward to it again.
Yeah.
Aren't you going to somebody else's channel too? Are you going to Fauci's channel?
No, that's been postponed until July. So,
okay.
Yeah. Well, once I get more word about that, they'll put it out there. And I think it's going to be around the 15th, somewhere around there. Yeah.
Awesome. And you have an open invite. You ever want to come back? You got some free time? Hit us up and say, what are you guys doing this week? I'm free.
Yeah, sure.
The door's always open. You want to come hang out with us?
It's great hanging out with you guys.
It's been good getting to know you here, Colin. Obviously, the names pass, and it's awesome.
Yeah, it's been a lot of fun. I really enjoyed it. Really enjoyed it.
just checking the chat before we go. And let's see. Stefan says kisses. Yeah, that's Kiss starts. That's why when I walked into Rob Zombie movie, I'm like, oh, this is gonna be great. When it started with God of Thunder from Kiss, and he's got a Kiss T-shirt on, I was like, this is gonna be pretty cool. And then all I heard was, I'm gonna crawl over there and skull fuck the shit out of you. I'm like, am I in the right theater again? Fuck. So yeah, that's it for us tonight. We're gonna let Colin go get some sleep because it's freaking
it's 20 past 3 a.m. here.
Yeah, that's the thing about the time difference. But if you want to, anytime you want to come back, you're welcome. We'll see you in a
sure.
week from Tuesday. And we usually start at 8 p.m. our time, which would be 1 p.m. your time. But if we do, well, we're happy starting a little bit earlier again. You know, if you ever want to come back,
that's okay. No, that's fine.
Makes it easier. It's fine by me. So
usually I'm awake till about 4 or 5 anyway. That's just my body clock, so that's fine. That's okay.
Yeah. We usually stick in the 2-hour range. I think the Halloween ranking is that's got us going. But
that's fine. That's great.
It's good. It was worth it.
Sounds
awesome,
good.
Colin. Good stuff.
Cool. So tell everybody good night. We'll see everybody on Tuesday night for our Caddyshack watch along. Comment below, like, subscribe, all that happy horse shit. You know, that everybody says at the end. So we're getting closer to 450 subs. It'd be nice to hit 450. So hit that like button. Don't cost nothing.
Yes, indeed.
And that's basically it for tonight. So I'll talk to you guys. Oh, you know what? Can you guys hang on for 1 second? We'll say goodbye.
Yeah.
And then we'll head out. So thanks for everybody joining us tonight, and good night.
Thank you.